mind. Words inspire with perfect time, nurtured right. Them man there be learning lines, rehearsing lines. Trust me, far from certified. Active while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Big up. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another video, as always. Another match preview. We're about 5-6 games away from the end of the World Cup, from the start of the World Cup. And right now, we're on 9 wins in a row for Graham Potter's men. Looking to make it 10 in a row at Graham Potter's old hunting ground, the Amex Community Stadium. Kind of had a difficult recent record against Brighton, but they also haven't beaten us in the league yet. Now, obviously, I expect them to come out for this game with a bit more of a cutting edge, facing their old manager and everything like that. It makes complete sense. And did I say 9 wins? God forbid. I wish it was 9 wins. But we're unbeaten in 9. Let me know you guys' thoughts going on into the game. Let me know who you want to see in the lineup. Not too sure about this defensive injury crisis because we didn't hear anything about Silva in the press conference. Let me know if you guys heard anything that I didn't hear, but from the sounds of it, Silva could be fit. Also could be injured. God forbid, but I don't know who we play in the back three in general. Should be fine with the likes of Cucurella, I guess, playing there. Trevor Chalobah at the back. Asby potentially. God knows. These injury issues are only just piling up and up, but as long as we can keep ourselves fit for the remainder of this run, we should be fine, which is all the more reason why beating Salzburg on Wednesday was so fucking important. But big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button on your way into the stream. People are starting to rock up. I thought I started way too early for a second. I was going to say, this is why I don't start immediately at 2:30, because no one's ever fucking in here. But people are starting to pull up. Big up all you guys that are in here. As always, hit the like button on your way in. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We've somehow gone back on the road to 30k. I didn't think that was possible, but we've gone backwards. So, yeah, please hit that like button. I think a couple Havertz stands unsubscribed and everything. But we move. It is what it is. What is everybody saying in here? Big up Liam Lane, my guy. Big up as always. As well, if you guys want to be in with a chance of winning a Chelsea away kit from this season, today is the last day to get involved. So any super chat, any amount, even if the stream's done, I think you can drop a super thanks. That will count as well. And tomorrow, after the Brighton game, we're going to be going live. Not sure what time it is, or depends on what time I get back from Brighton. But we're going to try and go live around like 9 or 10-ish or something like that, because I'm flying out on Sunday, so I'm not doing any next day streams. So be here tomorrow night. We're going to chop up the Brighton game. Hopefully it's a W, but we have to see. Big up Shax, my guy. Hope you're doing well. Charlie, James, Daniel. Big up yourselves. Luca, big up yourself, my guy. I say sorry, I missed a few streams. Mental health ain't good, but now keeping up. Yo, just look after yourself, my guy. Mental health ain't no joke, bro. Like, if you ever feel like you need to take time out, I completely get it, bro. But we're here for you in general. Big up yourself, my guy. Look after yourself. Genuinely look after yourself. Big up Arpan. Big up Kushal. What's OG saying? My internet at these hotels is... Where are you? Because you're always at a hotel. Every time I hear you, you're in a hotel somewhere. So, wherever you are, big up yourself, my guy. Big up. Texas Blue says, God help us on set pieces tomorrow. What? Are Brighton good at set pieces? Like, from my research with Brighton, like, they just seem like a worse version of Chelsea. Very good in their build-up play. Dog shit with their finishing. Who does that sound like? So, I'm not too sure about set pieces, but let me know you guys' thoughts. I know offensively we're shit at set pieces anyway. Defensively, I don't know. But to be honest, with Koulibaly out potentially, Silva out potentially, wouldn't blame us for struggling in that remark either. I really wouldn't. What else is everyone saying? Brighton not wanted. Don't speak this into existence. I beg you, don't. But I expect Brighton to come out for this game with a little bit of energy too. So I'm not too surprised if we get a really difficult matchup tomorrow. But we still should be beating them. Their conversion rate is probably worse than ours. I think they've got the second worst XG behind West Ham. Well, XG to goals. So like I'm expecting it to just be dog shit finishing tomorrow. What else is everyone saying? I missed your bro. My bad. Like, I don't even care if it's 79p. If I didn't bring that up, that's my bad. So sorry about that, bro. Big up yourself. That is still a lottery ticket, so don't worry about that. We've got you in there. And yeah, big up yourself, my guy. Apologies for missing that. Malik, big up yourself. Yashir, big up. Shaq, love every time, my guy. Every time. Jester says, big up Lewis. I guess we are running the old man out again on Saturday. Who do you mean by that? Thiago Silva or Aspie? Because I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure with Silva because I didn't hear anything in that presser. But to be fair, we also didn't hear that he's out. I guess we could afford to run him out. Like, we can rotate everybody. We can rotate everybody on Wednesday or whenever we play fucking Zagreb. So we should be fine in that remark. I'm not too worried about Silva's injury record or anything like that. It's just we didn't hear anything. So it should be fine. Should be fine. What back three would you guys want to see start, by the way? Let me know. What back three would you guys want to see? Because, yeah, so Timo Werner, I do agree. Silva could still do with a rest, but can we afford to do that? I feel this is the sort of thing where we could have Silva start, maybe take him off at half-time. Like, yeah, we could afford to take him off at half-time in general. We have 5 substitutes. As long as we get the midfield correct and just, I wouldn't even make too much changes from the team that played on Wednesday. Other than Koulibaly didn't even play. I would still keep Cucurella on the left. Chalobah has to start. Who played on the right? Pulisic and Sterling. Maybe Robben comes in. But Pulisic has to start in general. So you could either go Pulisic on the left and Robben on the right, or you could just go Pulisic and Sterling. And then who else? Midfield kind of stays the same. Kovacic is meant to be fit, isn't he? Yeah, Kovacic is fit. Yeah, so you probably still play him. Or if you want to rest Kovacic, that's where you throw Robben into the mark. And yeah, front three speaks for itself. Havertz, Aubameyang. Actually, no. If it's a 2 up top, Havertz and Aubameyang. If it's a 3, then add Sterling into it. Or Pulisic. What else is everyone saying? A lot of people saying Cucurella, Silva, Chalobah. Yeah, that's probably our strongest one. If Silva isn't fit, though, throw Chalobah in there. Seen a couple shouts for Zakaria if Thiago Silva was injured. We don't have to worry about Zakaria's game time now. If he doesn't start on Wednesday, he is never starting in a Chelsea shirt. Like, I would be insulted if I was Zakaria and I didn't get a start in one of the most pointless games we have ever played. God knows how I'm even doing a preview for that shit, by the way. Who the fuck is going to give a shit about a Zagreb preview when we're already through as group winners? But hey, we're still going to do it anyway, because in about 3 weeks, I'm going to have fuck all to stream about. So yeah, lock in, people. Check out yesterday's Big Six show in Turkish. Yo, I watched part of it. I jumped out towards the ends, but yo, that show was fucking crazy. I didn't expect to see expressions on there, but yo, expressions is crazy in general. Big up Shax. Yes. Yeah, Potter would start Havertz. I would be very surprised if he didn't after that sort of game. Also, our next game isn't important. So I could imagine us playing our strongest 11 and then resting our strongest 11 the game after that. So, yeah, I think Havertz would start. It should be a more open game as well. Brighton don't really sit back. They try and give you a game. So, it should be a game for Havertz to thrive in. I need to start seeing consistent performances from him. So with that in mind, you don't bench him after he's had a good performance. I think that sends completely the wrong message to the player and to the dressing room as well. Same energy I've had with Pulisic, same energy I've had with Kepa. If you have a good game, you deserve to start the next one. Obviously, some people will be shocked to hear that because, oh, Havertz agenda, waffle, bullshit. But no, Havertz deserves to start. Had a good enough performance to warrant a start. What else is ever? Pulisic isn't... What, you think Pulisic's going to be rested for Zagreb? I'd be very surprised to see that because Pulisic had a good game. I don't see any reason why we'd bench him. Would you start Broja and rest Oba? No, we got a full week after the Brighton game. We don't need to rest Oba. Like, if you want to talk about benching him off that performance, we can have a debate about it, but I still wouldn't do it. Broja starts against Zagreb for me. That is the perfect game to rotate everybody, give all those fringe players an opportunity to show what they can do in a Champions League game as well. And I think Zagreb still have something to fight for if they're not rock bottom. But let me have a quick look. Let me have a look quickly. Zagreb could nah, they ain't getting it. They ain't getting it. Okay, that's just a dead rubber match. That don't even mean anything. Yeah, just fucking throw everyone in there. Throw all the fringe players then. It don't mean anything. World Cup prediction. Yeah, I'll do that, but I still don't think anyone's gonna fucking watch it. But I'll still do it anyway. I'm gonna try and be consistent through the World Cup, but don't hold your breath because there's gonna be some days there's fuck all to talk about. Yeah, this doesn't fit in with my Havertz agenda. I want him to start. So suddenly everyone's opinions on me are gonna flip flop. Oh, bollocks like that. I don't care. I keep saying this player stand culture will fucking kill fan bases. Idiots that put fucking players above the entire club. Or if they have one good game, oh, you're in the mud. He proved you wrong and all this waffle. No, he had a good game. Give him another opportunity to build on it. My number one thing with Havertz has been consistency. Give me consistency and I have a bit more faith in the player. Even as a Havertz say, thinks he should start. There's no reason for him not to start. And same thing with Pulisic. Yeah, big up. I did really enjoy watching this second half. It was nearly 3-0 too, by the way. What was it? I think they're 2 points off Man City. And they got to come to the bridge next. That game's looking a little bit tasty. I swear, after all the bollocks of this season, if we are the ones that knock them shadow dwellers off their perch in first place, it's going to be a good end to the fucking season. It's going to be a very good end. I say season, it's more half season. You think Yes, 100%. Same thing with Pulisic, to be honest. Even though he did get an assist, you need to be playing those players further forward. Just replace Croatian Zidane for bum cheek. Never seen such a downgrade. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Because I think Ruben's been all right for us this season. I think he's been pretty consistent, in all honesty. Pulisic wasn't... What? Nah, Pulisic was good. Pulisic was probably one of our best players. Nah, I don't agree with that, my guy. Don't agree with that. Amari Hutchinson, off the bench. Bring him off the bench. I still think it'd be too early to start him. If Mason Milner doesn't start, Potter might be the GOAT manager. Go AM, please. Back your players, my friend. Back your players. That is agenda. But we move. Big up yourself, my guy. Big up. What else is everybody telling me? How many likes have we got, by the way? Because I bet we ain't here 100. We got fucking 30. 30. Guys, you know we can do better than that. You know we can do better than that. Hit that like button. Less of this fucking, what's it called? Chelsea conversion rate. Please, hit that like button. Yeah, can't stand. How's Periodson getting on? Sadly, well, not sadly, he's in the Europa League. But once Barca go bust, we will save him. Yeah, hashtag save AC and all of that. Big up, big up. Would be really harsh to drop Gallagher after that performance. I wouldn't make a lot of changes in that lineup. The only real question is Silva's fitness and Kovacic's fitness. Other than that, I don't think there's any real changes you make, and you could take Kovacic out and protect him and put Robben in for all you want. In terms of the back, we probably do have to risk Silva a bit more because I can't have too much faith in a Chalobah, Aspi, Cucurella back three. But other than that, I don't think there's a lot of changes. I think Brighton are probably a very similar team to Salzburg, just with a bit more quality. And even that can be a debate. So I wouldn't make too many changes. Moit, please, don't speak this because I know exactly what you're talking about and I don't want to fucking think of that shit. If they come and they get a third win at my ground, ugh. Yes, yeah, fine. He's been great. Are you happy now, Josh? Are you happy? I'm taking the piss, but big up yourself, man. Ruben's been brilliant. Ruben has been brilliant. Nima, it's a dead stream, but you're still here, my guy, and you're helping to contribute to the numbers. So big up. Much appreciated, my friend. We all know Mason Mount is starting. But who would he bench? If it's Gallagher, I'd feel bad for him. I wouldn't want him to. Could he bench him though and start him against Zagreb? I'd rather he didn't, you know. Like ideally, I'd rather Mount play the Zagreb game. I know some people are going to be pissed off with that, but Gallagher's coming off a good game. Mount's had 2 invisible games. Does Mount deserve to start over Gallagher? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think Mason Mount deserves to start over Gallagher? Because I don't think so. The more you think about it, I don't really think so. I hate when our fan base doesn't back our players. So do I. Back all of your players, people. Back all of your players blindly. Whether they play well or they play like dog shit. Back them all. Proper Chelsea. Yes, Shaq. Get the fucking hashtag going in the comment section, even though I know it will never happen. What else is everybody saying? Silver's fine, just got to rest there, yeah, I guess so. I just didn't hear it from Potter, so I'm not too sure. I don't know whether he wanted to put attention to it or not. I really don't know. Guys, continue to hit the like button. I'm going to send the link out in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So bear with me, people. Oh shit, yeah, Justice wants the link as well. Alright, cool. Yeah, I might have to send this link out now. Let me just scroll through quickly and see what everyone's saying. Who starts in midfield for Jorginho, Kovacic, one of Kovacic and Robben, and hopefully Gallagher, but probably Mount. Connor owning my idol, tell me. Can't be on. Look, I get Mount probably starts, but I still think Gallagher probably would deserve it more. The away end will probably be oh shit, Alex, I forgot to send you your money. Let me finish the stream and I'll send you the piece. Big up yourself anyway, my guy. Anything else? Nah, cool. Let me send the link out. Bear with me for a second while I do this because my fucking laptop is dog shit. And yeah, hit the like button if you guys want to be in with a chance of winning a free away kit. Drop any super chat and you'll be in the lottery for a chance to win it. And yeah, I'm going to send the link out now, people. I'm going to send the link out now. Oh, Dag wants a link too. Let's go. Got a few people in here. Bear with me, guys. Sending the link out. You know how it goes. Cool. That's everyone off Twitter. So let me do Insta quick and we'll be good. Cool. That's everybody. That is everybody. All right. So who is in here? Let's go. What is everybody saying?
There's my boy.
It's been a minute.
What's up, guys?
Oh man, just living my best life, man. What about you?
I'm all good. I'm all good. Ducking a lot of smoke and mud allegedly, but we're here. We're here.
What smoking mud are you ducking? Havertz had a good
Apparently I'm
game,
in the
so-
mud because certain players had one good half, but
Oh,
other
okay.
than that,
Is
we're
that how
good.
that works?
Yeah. A player
Oh.
has a good 45 minutes and everything you say doesn't matter. But we
Oh,
managed.
okay.
I
So
I feel the same feeling you have with the Cho stands from last
Yeah.
season. I can empathize with you a lot more now, my friend. What are you
So
saying?
Johnny is basically a pig then, right? Because he spends his days in the mud. By that
I
logic,
prefer
right?
really not to speak. I prefer really not to
Okay.
speak.
Yeah. So, yeah, as far as Pulisic, look, he's not going to start. I mean, he started, what, 2 games this year? 3
Yeah.
games? 3 games.
You think it's just a case of like you don't have any faith in him getting a consistent
No,
run in general?
when you start 3 games and only have 2 assists and 1 goal in those 3 games that you start, why should you be on the pitch?
It's just a
I mean, you've
consistency.
done
It's a
nothing.
consistency thing, right, Jester?
Yeah, I mean, that's all you did in those 3 games that you started. So why? I mean, it's not like he came on for 4 starts in a row and did absolutely nothing. I mean, that gets you another start.
Or 8 games in a row.
Yeah, or 8 games in a row and do nothing. That gets you starts galore. So the trick is to come on and do fuck all, and then you'll get another start. That's how it works. You didn't know that, did you?
So I get what you're saying, and I get the sarcasm, but do we really think Pulisic isn't going to start again after this?
I don't think he's going to start.
I think if we play a 3 at the back, he'll start.
Man.
Where's he going to start?
Right wing back like he did last game.
Aspie's going to start.
What?
I don't think Potter rates Aspie as a wing back though.
I don't think either, but I think he's going to start him for defensive stability on one side. If he's going to put Sterling on the other side at wing back,
yeah,
I mean, you get away with that with Salzburg because Salzburg, whereas they're a good team, the trick is, they're not to the level of Brighton, even though Brighton's not the greatest team on earth. They're still not that level. If you think you're going to play 2 non-defensive wing backs against like Trossard and what do they got? Who do they have on the right-hand side? Is it
Lamptey or is he injured?
No,
I don't think he starts.
Yeah, I don't think he starts. Trossard has been playing wing back himself, though.
But do you want to play? That would be the right hand. That would be Pulisic versus Trossard on defense.
Maybe they have a gentleman's agreement before the game starts. Just let's just not go at each other defensively today.
So let's not play defense today. 5 aside. Let's go.
Whoever's got possession, we'll just let them go.
Yeah, I just don't. I just think that right now he's started 3 games, so logic dictates he won't start this one.
I could, when you say it like that, I could potentially see him start the Zagreb game, but I just don't think it's fair on him in general.
Well, what does fair have to do with that?
What?
What does fair have to do with it?
No, when he was one of our better forwards in the game against Salzburg, I wouldn't drop him off that. I feel like it would be shit for his confidence, personally. Same thing with Havertz. I think Havertz played well, and he deserves to start the next game as a result of it.
Yeah, but fair has nothing to do with it. How many games did he have under Tuchel where he played well and was dropped the next game? It just
I never thought that was correct, but
Tuchel did it all the time. He'd have a good games. You can look at Champions League where he's supposed to start against Real Madrid and didn't, and he scored the previous game. and still didn't get to start, and was benched for the Premier League game because he said he was going to start him against Real Madrid and still didn't start it. So
What
it is what it is.
Mount, Havertz, Aubameyang front three, or
I would prefer not to have Mount on the field. Maybe not even in the stadium.
so would I, but.
Yeah,
That's
why I said, like, if we're
past managers, Mount's just walking into that lineup first.
Like, I mean, it's one of those things, like, if you're going to play guys based off merit, like based off their performances, like, I'd be really harsh to drop Gallagher after that game the other weekend. He was really good in that fucking Salzburg game, man. Really good. It would be, I don't know that it would be super harsh because he's newer to the team, but if you're going just based off performance, I mean, he played really, really good, man. He was very active. Like, I just think it would be harsh to drop, because then you sort of lose credibility as a manager if you're preaching merit. Like, if you're saying, I'm going to play guys who are working hard and showing me on the pitch that they want to play, and then when they do and then you don't play them, like, you lose a little credibility, at least for me. I don't know what he's going to do yet. I haven't figured him out quite yet on how he's going to play. What's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
Good morning. Jester, haven't seen you in ages.
I know. I'm still ugly as ever. So, you ain't missing much.
Hey, let's hope we all ugly at that age. But anyway, what I'm saying is I don't give a fuck about the starting lineups. I don't think he actually works. He actually does what he's preaching. Yeah. Not like what he's preaching. Like, I'm surprised what people think of Harry Potter. He's never approaches the game same way. He's never like once starting 11 doesn't change starting 11. This is why I have a doubt on him, because every manager that actually had the success, they had the starting 11 and then they adapted the team to that starting 11. The managers then don't do that. Which I have hard time, because chemistry build because you start 11 all the time. Like you that's how you build, and based on somebody has like there's a saying, don't drop your players that perform good in the game. Don't drop them, because I asked the people a question: what do you calibrate the mental? What do you calibrate the percentage of the you know what I'm saying? Like, what percentage of it you based on mental strength? What percentage of develop the player? And mental part is a big how you said, big chunk of the professional football player. So if you're gonna play him like this, you play, you don't play, you play, you don't play, it's kind of hard to see the players how they're gonna do it. Like I said, I don't rate Pulisic as a player, but for fuck's sake, if the way he played, I don't understand why he doesn't play. And Mount is like freaking woman on a period. Like, sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it just can't. It just can't. Like, I don't understand how he based his starting 11.
The notion of merit is the biggest coach bullshit speak in the world, because I have watched many different sports, many different coaches, and there are certain players who play merit or not. They just play, whether it's enforced from the top down that player plays. And I'm not just talking about Chelsea, I'm talking about all sports everywhere. Or they've been signed for a big contract, they're going to play. Or if there's they're a fan favorite, they play, and it's got nothing to do with merit.
Yeah,
that's
I don't mind.
That's for the squad players. Merit is for the squad players, not for those deemed to be starters.
Yeah.
So that's other garbage. So
I don't mind if you do that, if you're not saying publicly that guys are going to play based off that. Like, if you don't say that out loud, then I don't really care. That's just going to be me complaining every game. But it's not like he said it. He didn't say, I'm going to play the guys who are most consistent. But when you do say that and then you don't do that, then that's when your credibility gets questioned. I do actually think he'll start this. I think you'll see pretty much the exact same team. I think Kovacic will get a rest, and I think Mount will come in. So I think probably you'll see Ruben and Mount come in for Gallagher and Kovacic. Other than that, I think it'll be the same.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. I mean, I just think that he'll play more defensively because we are playing a Premier League team away. I believe it's away, and then at Brighton.
Yeah.
Or is it at the Bridge? No, it's at Brighton.
No, we're at Brighton. We're at Brighton.
I think that he'll bring. I think Aspie will play as much as people don't like him and don't want him to play. I feel that maybe he goes to because they're going to play the system that he plays, or with one of the wing backs being an offensive player. I think he'll play a back four.
Well, defensive problem's gonna force him to play back four.
Well, we have three center backs fit.
Who?
Thiago Silva's fit.
No.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I think he just gave him a rest day.
He just had a day. He just had a day.
Yeah.
I thought he was injured or something.
No,
Koulibaly is the only one who's out.
Fofana.
Other than the
And
usual.
of the most recent injuries.
Of the most recent injuries we have, like every year.
Yeah, he said today in the press conference that essentially it's the same squad for Brighton, except Kovacic had a little bit of a fatigue in his calf, but he's good to go. And Koulibaly just came a little early. I think he came back into training like Thursday, so the game came a little bit too early for him.
Yeah.
Aside from that, it's the same group of guys. But I think he also in fairness to him, with our congested fixture list, I do think he is trying to keep as many guys healthy as he can, while also trying to put a strong team out. So I do see kind of how he wants to do that. You don't want to run these dudes into the ground right before.
When do you think he's going to rotate in the midfield?
Well, that's probably where we're the most thin right now.
When he doesn't.
Zagreb, probably.
No.
But
Yeah,
I also have a real issue with the midfielders.
When did he didn't change anything in midfield? He changes something in the midfield every game.
Yeah,
Name me the game that he doesn't.
We just don't have the squad to do that much because we only have so many players that can play deep and be successful. Now there's players that can play deep in the midfield, but they're not good at it. So the only players we have that can play deep that are good at it are Jorginho, not defensively, Robben, Kovacic, Conte. Well, Conte is not fit. And it's very well documented. If you play Kovacic 90 game in, game out, he's going to pick up an injury. Jorginho will get tired after a while. So you have to, and then Ruben's been really the most reliable fitness wise out of all of them. If you really look at it, and that's something you would never thought you would say. I know the injury prone players.
If we're being perfectly honest, that group, those three guys have probably been our most maybe consistent guys under Potter, at least, maybe not under Tuchel. And with George, the reason George can play so much is because he doesn't necessarily, and Alex knows it, he doesn't necessarily put out a ton of effort in the game, physically. He's not running around all over the place. He does his job, he gets the ball, he cycles it, and he goes on about his day. He's not running up and down the pitch all game. So in that sense,
hold on, Josh. To add to what you said, you know who Georgia reminds me of? If you're watching three guys doing a construction job, there's always one that sits and does.
He's the foreman. Yeah, he's the foreman.
Yeah,
but that's whatever. That is what it is, man.
I think that's kind of slight, though.
Do you not reckon that Cucurella starts?
Yeah, left center back.
Left center back. But that's kind of a slight.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Still,
even though turtles are slow, they still get tired for what they do.
Yeah, sure.
So I mean,
that's why we stop in the middle of the road.
What's up, Flawless?
Big up, Flawless.
Flawless, my G. Big up.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of a waste to sit here and pine over who's going to play and who's not going to play. I really don't care as long as the players that are on the pitch perform and we win the game. I don't care who has a good game. It could be Mason Mount. I hope if Mason Mount starts, let me just say this: if Mason Mount starts, I hope he has a hat trick and 3 assists because that means we're going to win the game. And that's what I'm about. I'm about Chelsea winning.
the whole like back your player narrative. Like, listen, I back all these guys. I love the club, so obviously I want all these guys to perform well when they play. You are still allowed to have some criticisms of guys, and you are still allowed to have like a preferred 11 based off of what you see. Like, doesn't mean I don't back Mason Mount or I don't hope he plays well when he does play, but I just haven't seen the consistency this year, and I think that's completely fair. And I think even the numbers point that out. Like, it's just not just hasn't been his best season so far. And you can say that for Havertz. Listen, I hope Havertz kicks on and builds off the game he just had, because if he does, that's good for the club. But I need to see it more often. Lewis is absolutely right and fair to criticize him because his lack of consistency. If Havertz was doing this every game and Lewis was like, Havertz stinks.
Have an agenda. So have an agenda.
Listen, an agenda would be like if Havertz was performing like he did against Zagreb, like every 2 or 3 games, and you were still going, he stinks. Like, then people would be like, what are you talking about? Like, he's playing well, He's performing. But when you're lacking consistency, you are allowed to say, I like this player when he does do good things, but he needs to do it more often. Like, it's not an agenda if a guy is not consistently performing.
But do we need to bring up the Ryan agenda thing?
What was that?
Agenda is a list.
Is Ryan Klopp in or Klopp out again? I don't remember. Is it?
No, not that Ryan. Not that Ryan.
Do you not reckon? Yeah, if Kai Havertz never scored them 2 goals, yeah, do you reckon there would be a different outcome on Kai Havertz?
What's them 2 goals?
Look, I think
the Champions League goal and the World Cup.
I think
Cup goal.
Yes, but it's all
think
about
that,
how he performs now, isn't it?
I think that what we don't understand is we don't watch these players in practice. We don't watch, and I don't know about you, but I don't have any coaching badges. I'm not a professional football coach. They know a lot more about this game and what players are actually have the talent to play at this level. Not me. I mean, I think I do. I think I know, but I think I know a lot of things. Doesn't mean it's true. So they know what's best for this team. And
big up my guy. Free lunch.
On top of that, the people they're bringing in to evaluate talent are some of the best in the industry, and they'll sit down and evaluate the talent. So is Kai Havertz good enough? Well, I do streams with somebody that has all of his coaching badges for FIFA, and he says Kai Havertz is one of the best players we have. So you take it for what it is. You might not like the way Kai Havertz plays, but if the powers that be want to keep him and assign him to extension, they're going to do that, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter.
All I want is consistent performances. Other than that, I couldn't care less. Just play well. Same as everybody else. Just play well. I think
the moment that when the fans are gonna, if you defending player, you need to defend the player, not compare those players to the other players.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, for me,
that's
perfect example.
That's why we have arguments. Yeah. For example, if we saying Mount had a bad game, most of the time, people that defend Mount is going to be saying, "What about the other 3?"
Yeah.
But we're not talking about the other 3. We're all bad. We just got to the point of Mount, that specific conversation. Same with Kai Havertz, same with Aubameyang. You can have narratives why he could have had a bad game because other players, but it doesn't make it like how you say it, exit like ramp for the like excuses. See what I'm saying? So for example, Aubameyang last game who's kind of silent, and I'm not saying he had a bad game, but you can put a narrative that distribution for example it was not good enough, so we don't know. But that's another thing. Kai Havertz put a couple of balls for him on the plate, so that means the distribution was there. So the narrative is he had the poor game.
Sure.
And that's how you should supposed to criticize the players, not just go, I understand the players that have a player stand. For example, like when we say Mount had a bad game, we're not saying Mount had a bad game. 99% over here, people gonna come and say, well, Mount had shit game. You know what I'm saying? So when you throw word shit, that triggers people. That's why it's most of it like, the confrontation come. Lewis said Kai Havertz was shit, and everybody like, what? Who the fuck are you, Lewis? And forks and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a two-sided of a thing. If you
Yeah,
want to
like
have a good conversation, you can have a good conversation.
Yeah, like two examples for me, like on a consistency thing where player, like, so look at a guy like Thiago Silva, right? Like probably the epitome of consistency. So good. You could say last game he's single-handedly responsible for that goal by messing up. But did we get on his ass about it? No, because 9 times out of 10 he makes that play. He's consistent. You didn't hear anyone going, "Oh, fucking Thiago Silva, fucking asshole." Like, no, it wasn't any of that. It was like, he made a mistake. It happens sometimes. Like, we let it go. If you look at Aubameyang is a goal scorer. It's not his job to create goals for himself, right? So when he doesn't score and there weren't any chances really for him, you can't really point at him and say, fucking Aubameyang stinks. Like, you got to look at the guys around him, which is what, I don't remember who the pundit was who made this point, but like Mount is playing in a role where his job is to create goals.
It's actually Chelsea, one of Chelsea's legend.
Yeah, right. So if he's not doing that, well, you're allowed to criticize him. He's not playing in the midfield. He's not playing as an 8. He's not playing as a holder. He's playing in a creative role. So when I watch him play and when he's playing in that position, I expect him to create some goals. And that's the thing. Look at, like Alex just said, last game, Aubameyang, Havertz put 2 or 3 on a plate for him. He missed. So you could, in fairness, say, you know what, Aubameyang needs to do better there. Those were created for him in a position for him to finish. He didn't. Now you're fair to criticize Aubameyang at that point, right? But that's another reason why Sterling, I've been on him a little bit. Like, has he been terrible? No, but he's brought in to score and create goals. He hasn't done that for 8 games now. So now I have to ask some questions of him. Like, has he been terrible? No, but his job is to score and create. He hasn't done that. So I'm going to get on him a little bit if that continues.
Exactly.
I think those are perfectly fair to do.
What another point, when Thiago Silva, when you for example even attempt to criticize Thiago Silva for specific situation and a goal, at the same time he came in the same game, that actual moment, remember when Kepa decided that he's going to be a Superman and jump with the hand and completely missed the ball and fell down like he was fouled and anything. Thiago Silva's IQ showed in this game at the same time that he knew he's out of depth. That ball is going into the net. I need to run into the cover to empty net. You see what I'm saying? So even when you criticize those performances, for example, if Aubameyang did not score that chance specifically for Kai Havertz when he put it on a plate, but he scored in a different game, that neutralized. You can have like hot and cold in the same game. Yeah. But when you don't have a hot and cold in the same game, you become, easy target for the criticism.
Right. Yeah, I got to make a couple points here. First of all, I need somebody to let me know because I don't remember. On the goal that Salzburg scored, we know that Thiago made a play for the ball, kind of a little bit overly aggressive in the midfield.
He whiffed.
Okay. My question is, they had a break, and we saw Pulisic and Cucurella back there trying to break it up. Where was Chalobah?
I think he was up the pitch too. I think most of those guys.
Let me have a replay. I'll have a quick look.
I think when Thiago does that, most guys I think expect him to get the ball. That's why I said 9 times out of 10 he probably does get that. And Alex made a point the other day. If you don't get the ball, you got to get the player there. Like you got to take the yellow. And he didn't. He missed on all.
I think it was a corner before that. So all the defenders are up. We kind of shifted back, and then we went back. I think
Gallagher got caught in possession when we were trying.
Yeah, I know that. But why Chalobah was up high in the first place?
Right.
Because the
line is up high, to be fair.
Yeah, because it was a corner. Before that, it was a corner. But because it was for example, defenders sometimes they run back because they know that we lost the possession. Sometimes they don't. All of them. For example, Thiago Silva could drop deep back into defending, but a couple of defenders could still stay up. I don't remember the moment, but that could explain it why Chalobah was still high.
I think we were
on the counter attack though. It is Pulisic, Chalobah, and Cucurella. Then Cucurella's got two attackers on the other side of him. So it's like he can't really do too much from that angle.
No, the
No.
pass was inch perfect.
Yeah,
You can't say anything about the pass was beautiful.
perfect cross.
But there was a lack. There was two center backs missing from the frame that I remember when the pass is made. I remember Pulisic chasing down the guy who made the pass and Cucurella getting two guys in the middle. I don't remember Chalobah or anybody else in the frame.
It's Pulisic, Chalobah, Cucurella, and then there's the two attackers on the far side. No one's in the middle.
Yeah, that would have been where Thiago was supposed to be.
Well, yeah,
But
I understand that. I just don't remember Chalobah even in the play when the pass was made.
Yeah,
Maybe because maybe he was trailing it. I don't remember. Was he trailing it?
And to that point, Jesse, that falls into my consistency thing, where like Chalobah, for the most part, been pretty damn consistent. So if he did make a mistake, or if he was pushed too high, and if that goal was on him at some point, I'd be like, you know what, it is what it is. Because for the most part, in defense, even in recovery defense, he's been pretty much brilliant. I think as far as that goes, like. So again, you could criticize him on that, sure. But the consistency level for him has been there. So I wouldn't be on his neck too much about that personally. But I mean,
no. I just asked a question because I don't remember him being in the screen when the pass was made. But of course, I was watching the actual play, so I wasn't. I didn't. So yeah, first of all, Anus, I guess that's your name. It's not easy to get FIFA coach badges. It's not.
No, it's not. I had the two lowest ones, and I was like, decided that's not mine. I'm too hot-tempered for that job.
Yeah,
maybe he meant in the
I only
game.
got my level 1.
I ain't even tried to.
Maybe he's talking about the video game.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What else? So this one. There's around 1,000 coaches. 1,000 coaches and 7
There's 7 billion people on the planet. That's
yeah.
That's a small amount of people. 1,000 is a small amount of people.
You want,
Does it even accustom to 1%?
Yeah, that's not it. I can't even back you on that one, my guy. Sorry.
How many teams are there in the world, by the way? How many clubs that play FIFA under the FIFA umbrella? Yeah,
on every continent.
God, that's poor.
We can't do that. We can't be doing that.
I'm sorry, I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's not true.
No, I don't blame you. Sam Allardyce has one. Yeah, Sam Allardyce is a good manager.
I don't think he has a FIFA coach in badges because he never did in Europe.
What? So you just need FA badges?
No,
No.
That was a joke, bro.
No, that is actually two different coaches.
Sorry,
Yes.
completely lost the reference. My bad.
There's actually European, like UEFA level. Like you go.
It's not the Boy Scouts. You don't get a FIFA patch when you hit European football. They give you a FIFA badge.
I'm a wee below.
That's why.
Only Josh would get
What's
that
his
one.
name? That's why. What's his name? Arsenal coach only has Europa League coaches badges.
Yeah, with Arsenal,
Sam
you don't
Allardyce
need
is a
FA
good
coaching
manager.
badges
Obviously
anyway.
not Chelsea standard, but he's a good manager in terms of the top level.
Yeah, Sam Allardyce has forgotten more football than all of us will ever know.
Listen, I take Sam Allardyce
let's
over.
not sit here and turn our nose up. If we're talking about who we want to manage Chelsea, fair enough. But like,
I'd take Sam Allardyce over Greg Berhalter 10 out of 10 times.
who? Oh,
the US coach.
US coach.
Yeah, I thought so. How are you guys shaping up with the World Cup?
Better than you.
I think Portugal going to win it. I think Portugal going to win it.
We have a right back.
I think Portugal going to win it.
I think.
You don't think so?
I think
Denmark's going to win it.
Brazil has an incredible team, man. Brazil,
I've
like
got
just
Argentina in Brazil.
talent alone.
I think Argentina has a sneaky feeling, man.
Yeah, Messi's been playing well this year. That dude.
Not
I know
only
it's
Messi.
I know his league.
The team is actually good for Argentina's team is actually good.
A little bit light on defense and center back, but that Argentina has a good team, but Messi is not Ronaldo. He's better than Ronaldo.
Croatia is not winning. They don't have a forward.
Yeah, Ronaldo is just at this point is a whiny little child, and Messi
Hey, Lewis,
doing what Messi thinks.
you heard
By
about
the
the
way-
NQQ? We're apparently announcing Nkuku before the World Cup. Apparently,
Before the World Cup.
yeah,
mean,
that's what
Did you hear
Simon
about the
Phillips
Messi's
said.
rumor? Did you hear about the Messi to Chelsea's rumor?
Oh, what? We linked with him again. Did he follow us on
Yeah.
Insta again?
Well,
Who?
turns
Messi.
out, well, all the livers that they did, they expected minimum qualification for the quarterfinals. That's how they build the financial thing. So now they cannot even bring Messi on free summer.
They're already talking about selling Alonso this summer. They have to sell like 7 or 8 players. It's hilarious. It's amazing. PK
Oh,
is
dude,
never-
they bent
Can you
themselves
imagine being
over.
Can you imagine being PK and deferring 50 million in wages and then have this happen to you? It's like,
Oh,
I haven't done
no.
the research probably, but how fucked are Barcelona? Because I hear a lot
Well,
of people.
this
talk about
this is what I'm saying. No, they basically got
He
out of
knows,
jam. They
knows.
basically got out of jam by getting those, like, for example, like they refinanced the house. Simply saying, they refinanced what they have. Basically, they went to the bank and said, "Look, we have stadium, we have that, and they basically betted on what they going to get. The minimum was quarterfinal for Championship League, because that's the money they get for reaching that level. So that money they placed a bet on did not succeed. So now they have to answer to the banks why they not have those incomings. So that's what I understood from somebody or some article. Yeah. So basically, that's what I understood. And what happens was they did not reach that level. So the liver that they expected to the next one to get through is supposed to help the players' payments.
yeah, salaries.
And that liver is not coming no more because they did not reach specific point in the financial thing. So
Can they put their own money to suffice it? Are they allowed to do that? Like,
no,
put in
that will
their
be
contract?
They
that
have
will
no
be
money.
financial fair play. That's how Man City did it.
All the
Okay.
stuff they did this summer, all the selling of the percentages of this and that was just to fund the guys they bought this summer. Like
Exactly.
they deferred
They're
wages
fucked.
for what Alex was saying in hopes of like getting to the final 16, then they'd get some money, be able to pay wage bills and things like this. Now they don't have that. So they said, I read this
bonuses.
summer they have to sell up to 7 players to try to cut that wage bill. Which Alonso being one of them, which is just absolutely hilarious.
The funny part is about contracts that they sign the players like Lewandowski and that. The contract was saying that they paying them in the beginning that small amount of wages. They not defer the wages. They pay him small amount of wages, like 40 or 60,000 pounds to Lewandowski a week, something like that. I heard. And if we like in the beginning, so they will not make that how you say it, that whatever that salary cap they have. So if they would have managed to get to that level of the Championship League, that money could get the contract will kick in. So Lewandowski will not make 50; he will make the normal amount that they're supposed to pay it. So now basically we're not reaching that point. We have to pay it what we only can, like 40 or whatever they paying it for them for those superstars that we signed.
They've already asked everybody to take pay cuts.
Right. They still never paid Frankie De Jong his back wage of like 14
And
or
Frankie
17
De Jong to
million.
Chelsea's back on.
Yeah.
Oh, another summer of that. Well, I'll take De Jong to Chelsea.
It's going to be a
Barcelona
whole
want
year of
Kante.
it.
Barcelona want Kante. They want Kante now.
They can't
Barcelona
get
want
Kante.
anyone they can get on a free because they can't afford to buy players.
with
So
his
they'll take
wages?
anybody on a free.
Yeah, you're not getting Barcelona's not getting Kante. The only place Kante will go is probably PSG. That's home in
Do
France.
you think he could stay in London though? Because I have
No.
heard links to Arsenal and Spurs potentially.
He's not going to Arsenal and he's not going to Spurs. And maybe if Kante stays,
No, there's a
That's
sneaky
Spurs.
hint he can go to a couple of years to Bernabeu. To what's his name? To Real Madrid.
they don't
You
want
think?
him. They don't want.
I think Real Madrid will sneaky come in for him.
No,
I mean, if game time wasn't
Look,
an issue,
it's
for him, I
free.
could see
He's
it.
free on the contract. They can give him 250, 300,000 K a week, and he'll be happy.
I'll tell you why.
And they wouldn't have to rely on him either.
I'll
to be
tell you
fair.
why they
can
will
see
not
it.
sign him. And
Go
the
on.
man's name is Eden Hazard. Okay, that's why they're not going to sign N'Golo Kante. They
But
do
would they have
not
the
want to
same
bring in.
reliance- But would they have the same reliance on Kante that they would have had on Hazard when they brought him in? Because they brought
It
him in
doesn't
to be the
matter. They're not
Ronaldo
going to bring
replacement.
in another injury-prone player like that. They're
I
just, they
want to
just won't
speak into
do it.
existence. I just thought the only reason why it would be realistic was because they wouldn't necessarily have to rely on him. That midfield is just a fucking madness in itself. They can
Well,
just
they've
put
got-
Kante in for a game
Well,
or two,
it's-
take him back
It's
out.
a
and be fine.
madness at the starting level. Like it's not very like right now. Obviously, with Kroos and Modric still there, yeah, they have a little bit of depth. But next year, if those two guys leave, like they have 3 good midfielders, right? So they have Camavinga,
gonna
Tchouaméni, and Valverde, but they don't really have much behind that. Which is why listen, Arsenal yesterday, you got a prime example of what's going to happen to them in the second half of the season, right? So their normal starting 11 doing just fine. Their bench atrocious, and that's who majority of the guys who played yesterday were they played some starters and some of their bench, and they lost 2-0. Like their
Yeah,
bench
I saw the
is
game.
absolutely abysmal. Like, if you look
Nketiah
at
is not. Nketiah is not Jesus' backup. I don't know. If Nketiah is the person
I
to
will not
replace
speak on
Jesus.
Nketiah after.
Listen, next week they're gonna get a
No,
cooking.
did
Next
you-
week they're
did
gonna
you
get a
see-
cooking.
Did you see Arsenal getting meltdown yesterday, saying that like how backup is not up to standard?
their bench is awful. It's an awful bench.
Let's not go with their bench. Let's go to their starting 11. How many of their starting 11 gets into Chelsea's first team?
Right now,
Odegaard, probably. That's about it. Maybe.
No.
Saliba would.
Xhaka gets in.
Saliba would
Xhaka
still.
gets
No, so
Saliba
Saliba.
doesn't get
No,
into our
I
first
will
team.
take. I
You
will
don't think
take
so?
that- I will take.
He's a myth.
No,
I just
what's
think
his name?
Saliba's the only best player about
Saka and
still.
Martinelli.
No,
Saka and
Martinelli
Martinelli are not
and
good. Y'all got to
Saka.
stop this junk. Saka,
Is Saka's better than a wing back we have on the
Saka's
right?
shit.
first of all, he doesn't play wing back.
Look.
and it would be against
Saka's not
Chilwell
good.
or Cucurella,
No,
which he's not better than at that
What's
position.
his name?
And second of all,
Defensive
he's-
mid. Who's for him?
talking about Partey or
Partey.
Xhaka?
Partey starts.
Partey.
I wouldn't take Partey. He's going to be injured
I will
half the
take
season.
Partey over Jorginho. Are you freaking kidding me?
Might be in
Well, he
prison.
might have
You
legal
know.
issues very soon.
Yeah.
He might.
Potentially,
he will not have a
allegedly.
legally. He's not
Still,
gonna.
really,
have a legally.
really not want.
Allegedly.
Partey
He'll be in
on the
that
team.
starting 11 with Greenwood.
Well, you
in
won't
the
take.
pen.
You won't take Bukayo Saka. You won't take him or
He
Martinelli.
I'll
is
take
not
Bukayo
what
Saka.
you think he is because he's
Ow.
English.
Who? Bukayo Saka.
He is not
What's
that
got to
good.
do with the price of cheese? Bukayo
He's
Saka.
not that good.
I
You
prefer
think?
not to speak if I speak.
And
I
the,
prefer
the
not-
only time he's been in a pressure situation, what did he do?
Score.
No, he didn't. He missed a freaking pen.
Well,
Well,
when was
that's.
this? Oh, don't bring up the Euros. Don't do that. He just
No,
come
why
on the
would you
pitch.
bring
Like,
it up? You bring the hyping this shit up.
well, he redeemed himself when he scored. Oh, come on,
He
man.
didn't redeem
That's a bit
himself.
unfair.
He
That's a
fucking
bit
missed
unfair.
it. And
that's a
you
bit unfair.
lost because he missed his penalty.
But it's a bit unfair. It's a bit unfair on the little boy.
Yeah,
man.
fuck,
He's
I'll
good
send
for
him.
his
Oh, no.
Oh,
If
you
you say
freaking-
he's a great player, you can't
People
come back and
want
say
to
it's
mad
not
him.
fair because he was
People-
young.
But it is though. He is young, and you know it is a bit unfair.
Then
to
he's
rest
not
his
good
shoulders on
enough.
a penalty that he just what? That was like a year ago, 2 years ago. He's come into stride since then. His numbers are absolutely amazing.
To be
for
fair, he
his
did
age.
pack
I'll
us in
take.
with a penalty.
No,
last
I'll
season.
take.
He
I'll
practiced
take
on
Saka.
You know,
Oh
you're
yeah,
like
I'll
that.
take Saka fucking every day of the week.
That's exactly what I'm on about. Bukayo Saka. What,
I'll take
him?
Saka. I'll take Jesus. I'll take Partey. And I'll
If y'all think
and
that
I'll
they're
take
the quality to
I'll
start
take
for
Saliba.
Chelsea, y'all need to find a new team.
Well, we're gonna
to
beat them next week anyways.
If you look
I'll
at
take
if you look at
Saliba.
I don't know,
Jesus
'cause
is actually
Saka's
Jesus is
direct,
actually
he's got good passing.
Jesus is
good
actually
direct dribbler.
leveled off quite a bit and gone
Hey,
actually.
he's a myth,
Gucci
man.
Dan, the legend, the myth, the crocodile, Dundee.
Look,
It's like
Gabriel
Gucci
Jesus.
Alex. Gucci Alex. What's up, mate?
No, it's a Gucci Dan.
I just been on the Arsenal stream, yeah. And oh my god, man, they reckon they're gonna slap us up at Stamford Bridge next week. And they reckon that Chelsea
I
will win
wouldn't
with
pass it.
Saka.
I wouldn't pass it
Saka,
by it.
really?
Hey, based on all
Very
this
good.
chat I just heard, Saka is scoring against us. Just book it.
What about
I really,
that Keita's kick?
Wait. Jester's gone.
I really, people's talent ID really needs to fix up. Bukayo Saka has done nothing for Arsenal. What has he won them?
An FA Cup?
That's not the.
Aubameyang won the FA Cup.
Aubameyang won it. Yeah.
He was
Oh,
good.
my God.
We can't do that.
I mean,
Did
come
he
on.
even
He's
start
20
Aubameyang?
years. Come on, let's just stop it. He's 20 years old. You're talking about.
That's exactly what I'm
But
saying.
you cannot have
I
the
don't even
same
wanna
damn
defend-
argument
hold
that
on,
he's
let me
good
finish.
enough
I don't
or
want to
he's 20
defend an
years
Arsenal
old.
player.
I
but a
will say
20-year-old
though, trophies don't define how good a player is. It's about
I
their
was talking
ability.
about a
in general.
20-year-old
20-year-old
at the
missing a
top end.
penalty for England. How many
All depends
penalties?
on your
How
influence
many
in the
fuck
squad.
ups did Robben have in the early of his career?
Because you
Almost
say Tino
every final,
Andrin's better than
almost
Saka because he
every
won a
single
Champions
big
League.
game.
They don't work
So
like
it's like, why are we judging?
That's
Telling
on
us
the
he's not going to be. He's going to be a top player, man. This kid is
Listen,
In fairness,
the realization I have,
Yeah,
Saka
for
is
in
better than
fairness,
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Saka is right up Dan's alley. He's a young English player, right up Dan.
Forget-
Mm.
Yeah,
Dan
they
loves
have
these guys.
they have two trash
Forget his
English
English.
wingers, and they're top of the league. Wow, I don't know how they're doing it.
They have two trash English wingers.
Oh, God.
Bro,
What's the second English winger?
listen.
Oh, two trash wingers.
Saka's
Did you say
better
what's
than
the
Yeah,
other?
Mel.
Nikita.
Hey,
Yeah,
let's keep in mind Chelsea were top of the table this time last year.
How are they top of the league?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were top of the table.
Do I say don't rate the league title this early? I mean, yeah, the fucking
It's not
table.
about
Yeah, if
that.
you-
It's not about no lead time.
It's
I'm
not
saying
about that.
Saka is good. Saka has.
Hey, but you know what you're going to hear, Lewis?
You
That's
always,
what I'm
when
saying.
it comes to the English guys,
What am
you
I gonna
always
hear?
hear
Oh my
English.
God.
I know what you're
John,
going to hear.
Big
I
up.
don't care. Bro, I
You're going to
couldn't
hear
care
from the
less
Arsenal
about
fans. Well,
nationality.
we were
Martinelli's
leading.
good as well.
We were leading the league for the first 3 months of
All
the
I'm saying is-
season.
Hey,
And if
Halloween
the league hadn't
title, bro.
landed, then we would have won. That's what you're going to hear from them. Watch.
Halloween title, bro. You already know. October
It's a
champion.
boo
It's
title.
a scary
Boo-boo.
thing.
Big up Ocean saying beautiful times when Barca go bankrupt and we get AC back on a free. Beautiful, beautiful,
don't want him back.
beautiful days.
Did you see the video of him in the tunnel?
No. Well, what video?
They showed Christensen before a game at Barcelona in the tunnel going,
Yeah, they're sure he was.
Sorry,
he was,
nah,
he was,
I'm past.
Like it was going
Hey,
to be
Lou.
sick again.
Hey, Lewis, I got a head off.
He could have had something in his
Hey,
throat.
Lewis,
You never
I got a
know.
head up. I got a head off, bro.
Take care. Take care.
My
dude.
bro.
In a bit, Dills. Big up.
Yeah,
Dills.
just as like maybe he just had something in his throat. Maybe had a bit of a cold.
No.
Did he start that game?
He was supposed to.
Just as good.
But he couldn't. So Alonso played center back. Alonso played center back, bruh. It is in the last Barcelona game. He played center back.
The channel has no further comments to make. We have no further comments.
All I'm saying is you can't bring back a player like that.
He has weird stomach. That's it.
Yeah, man. Maybe we need to see what the food's like in Catalonia. Maybe.
Yeah, but
they had the
raw
same thing
fishes.
here.
They eat raw
Actually,
fishes.
food's worse here. Fair enough.
Food is worse.
Yeah,
the food is absolute.
Hey, Lewis. Yep. There's
Yeah.
a thing. No, when Dills was saying about Nkunku, yeah, apparently there's been I read it up last night on Twitter thing, yeah, that he's when he signed the contract, had a medical with us at Chelsea and that, but there's just waiting for a contract deal to proceed.
Yeah, there's a verbal
on
agreement
Nkunku.
and everything, and Nkunku should be signed at the latest by January, but he'll probably get loaned back for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's what I reckon it will happen. Because his RP's Leipzig have gone through to the next round, didn't they? They've gone to the Champions League next round. So, and that Virgil centre back, they're trying to get talks in him in January and all. For the RP Leipzig.
No,
Yeah,
just
the
Virgil.
Oh, Virgil.
Gavaggio. Yeah, Gavaggio, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Oh, we still in for
21
Virgil.
kid.
Oh yeah, he's coming as well as Nkunku.
Oh shit! I thought we were gonna have a lot more competition for him. I weren't really as sure about that.
Yeah, we're going for cheap as well. 43 million.
Hey, then I got a rep.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
pull
it
him
is
power
43
still
million.
up there
Yeah.
then.
For Vardio,
43 million for
Yeah,
He got a release
I might be
clause or
wrong. I
something.
may be wrong, but this is
a release
what
clause.
last
Yeah,
I
you
saw.
know. Is that a release clause on his contract?
I don't know. But we did him a really big solid with the way we lowered the transfer fee for Timo
Werner?
Werner.
Yeah.
You know, it worked both ways because they wanted another attacker and we wanted to get rid of him. So it did work. But when you do that, shored that relationship up, so in Nkunku's, for all intents and purposes, he'll be coming in the summer, as well as Guardiola, and then you're looking at Leao as well.
Man, I just know anything's possible now. We've got head of recruitments now. Bowley's made them significant backroom changes.
Hey,
so
just
I believe
Dembele might be available in January again.
Yeah, well,
I mean-
Tuchel's not here anymore now, is he?
Well,
We dodged a bullet with that one, didn't we?
Actually,
Dembele
Dembele plays. Dembele's
Dembele is the
well
best
this year.
player on the team, man. Dembele is sick.
Dembele is sick when we play.
What about Rafinha? What about Rafinha?
No, Rafinha's played like
that
shit.
guy.
Rafinha is
That guy.
shit, but damn,
But
Dembele is good.
hard. Dembele is
No,
hard.
Dembele's the truth, but
I actually thought he
Rafinha.
was actually going to be. He's actually sick, mate. He's actually sick. He's come of age and he's not injured this year as well. He's actually playing fit. Yeah. He's good.
no.
Rafinha,
So,
bro, dead food.
I hate to tell you, there's going to be a lot of changes in this team come this next summer because they're going to spend another 300-400 million. So you're looking at Alvarez.
For them to add somebody in the midfield in January, but
Alvarez.
I think we should stay away from that guy. Ever since we're linked, I don't know, maybe his performance have dropped because we're linked to him, but I've made an effort to watch some Ajax game, both in the Champions League and some in that league. I have to be honest, I wasn't really impressed with him. I think Jorginho is probably better. Yeah, and that's saying something. I don't think Jorginho is that good.
Yeah, but that Alvarez, Rodrigo, that Alvarez is quite good. Do you not see
He's
him
not,
play against
bro.
Liverpool?
He's not that good, bro.
He course it. Yeah, but the Liverpool game, he was like, I think he was like injured, man. But I think he is good.
I'm talking about. I've watched more than one game. I've watched a few games.
I've watched more games than probably anybody here of Alvarez because he plays for Mexico.
This season and last.
No, just after we're linked. Literally, I've watched maybe 5 games of Ajax.
Because I know Ajax haven't been great this season, but apparently they've got big managerial issues.
Oh,
no, it's not managerial. They sold all their good players. All their good players are gone.
That's what I mean. That's why Alvarez is not playing.
Gucci, then your Wi-Fi is not up to standards.
Yeah,
of Gucci,
your
man.
mic's a bit crackly.
Oh, is it again, man? Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think the Gucci jacket behind you make it static.
Gucci jacket? That's not a Gucci jacket. That's my daughter's jacket.
Oh, I thought it was the Gucci.
Fucking hell, what are you on, Alex? Need some glasses or something, bro?
I do, man. I'm getting old. I need some
Dan,
glasses.
try come out and back in again.
Yeah, well, okay, we'll do.
No worries.
But yeah. So we're gonna have a totally different team playing next year.
I love Gucci then. proper English.
He's decent.
We might be getting Caicedo as well.
That get me excited.
Trossard,
That one get me excited.
I think seems likely.
He's like a young N'Golo Kante. The way I see him play.
He's in the same mold.
Yeah,
but he's not. N'Golo Kante, look, that's you don't want to put that name next to any player because it's a hard person to live up to. Because N'Golo, when he's right, look, the reason we could play 2 midfielders with N'Golo Kante on the field is because he's N'Golo Kante. There's not too many players in the world where you could play a 2-man midfield against a 3-man midfield and be okay. In the history of football, I would actually say. So N'Golo Kante is something special. I see Caicedo more in that mold, but I'm not putting N'Golo Kante's name next to him. Nuh-uh. I ain't doing that to that kid.
I think we should get Frankie de Jong at Chelsea, man. Because now Barcelona's feeling like bankrupt.
He's got to want to leave first.
And get Declan Rice. And I think we should get Declan Rice in.
Rice depends on the price tag, personally, but if they want to,
he ain't 100 mil. He ain't 100 mil at West Ham, but I think we at least about 45 to 30.
45.
Oh, I wish.
I'm picking up the one for that.
I'd do the biggest 180 on Rice if he was worth that much.
Did you watch Declan Rice in the UEFA last night? The last two
The
games
Conference League.
The conference. He's playing Conference League.
I will not be
Playing
watching
against
that.
student and farmers. Come on.
Well, yeah, but the UEFA. But look at how well he was playing, man. He was like good. And then the Liverpool game, he played good at Liverpool.
Narnia away or some shit.
Have you ever seen Rice playing
This
as
is
a
a pointless
blonde
conversation.
No, but this guy was at Liverpool, man. When
35,
he was playing
45,
Liverpool.
you are out your mind. You never sign Rice for that price.
Well, so what's it? So what is it? Pay 100 million for him, or pay 45? I would pay 45 then 100 million for him.
everyone would rather pay less.
You can pay it.
But he's not available at 45.
You're not selling. They're not selling.
I look. Here's my prediction for Declan Rice. He's going to get exposed at the World Cup, and then we don't have to talk about him anymore.
Thank you.
Like the last World Cup?
Did he play in the last World Cup?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He played in the Euros.
No,
he played in the Euros.
Rice.
World
Was
Cup,
he just breaking
18.
out that season? No, he didn't.
No, he played in the Euros. Yeah, he never played in the World Cup.
Damn, Daniel.
In the Euros, he was the best defensive mid.
Damn, Daniel.
Please put some respect on our player of the year of that year.
Gucci then dropped his camera.
In the final?
Gucci Alex, give over.
That was the best DM in the Euros, bro.
The one who's not at the World Cup? That one?
The one with the most
That's the Euros.
interceptions in the Euros. Yes, that one.
Yeah, I think that Declan Rice is a limited player.
I think the best midfielder in the last World Cup was Kante.
Yeah.
Lewis, Jorginho won that because Italy's team are better than fucking England.
They won on penalties. Saka missed. Like
yes, Italy were a better team than England, and that's why they won.
They weren't. They won on penalties.
No, I think the manager was worse.
Saka
the manager.
What are you talking about?
I think the manager let England down.
So how is it?
We're getting out the World Cup. We're going to get out this World Cup in the group stages. I'm telling you.
Well,
if Gareth Southgate don't leave now, if Gareth Southgate don't leave now, we're out the World Cup.
What would he leave?
Come on, man.
He's not getting.
So you're saying that Wales?
The reason why you lost the final in the Euros is because of Southgate. You have a team to press Italy, but you didn't press Italy.
Correct.
But Alex, we was lucky to get into the final. We had a dead team in that one
to get into the final.
Of course we were.
How are we lucky to get into the final?
Well,
I mean,
you can say it based on penalties.
You played in England. That's why.
Lucky is cool, but do you know England's run in this World Cup? Do you know what path they can take?
I understand.
They have the easiest run if they.
I understand the World Cup. The World Cup in Russia, yeah, that was kind of easy with Panorama.
They got an easy run.
Even this time around.
This time around, they got an easy run too.
Yeah.
We did get an easy round too. Yeah, we did have an easy round.
No,
IBC.
If we finish top, if England finish top, yeah, they have an easy round too.
Again,
I don't think England's going to have
the United States of America. The United States of America is not an easy team, right?
Listen, man. Listen, this team. Come on, man.
When England play against United States of America, we're just and Wales ain't easy.
Seeing as this has moved on to a talk about international football, if we're being real, based on the level of team we had, we should be walking all the teams in our group. But the fact of the matter is, we've got a manager that means we aren't going to walk all the teams in our group.
The Gareth Southgate.
We've got the talent. You look at the talent we've got. You look at the talent we've got, especially in attacking areas. We should be walking every team in the group stage, but we won't.
Yeah, we should, but we won't. We should have Southgate as a manager.
Gucci, then look, it's the same thing that.
Okay, Gucci, Alex.
It's the same thing when what's his face?
Call him Hulk, Incredible Hulk.
It's the same thing that what England had when you had another excellent teams, players in England when Lampard, Scholes, all of them were in the same team, and you had the wank of the managers at that time.
Capello messed up. Ericsson messed up. McLaren.
You always had a good team with the wrong managers at the time.
Yeah. Can I make a parallel point to Chelsea with England? I feel like England have a lot of good attacking players, but they have a formation that caters to defense. I feel like at Chelsea, the same thing. We have lots of attacking players. Call them whatever you want, crap, whatever. But the way we played, I mean, at least under Tuchel, the formation wasn't necessarily done for them. It was mainly to counteract not conceding goals or to look after Jorginho, to look after Thiago. There wasn't a formation to say, well, how do we get the best at Pulisic? How do we get the best at Mount? How do we get the best at Havertz? We play the 3-4-3. We restricted us so much. I feel like it's something with England. This is what I'm thinking. Declan Rice is now worth the money, because if he was, England would have been playing a 4-3-3 with him sitting as a long DM, allowing all those attacking players to do their thing, but they're not.
But the problem is it wasn't in DM, the setup in DM. The problem is he sets up too many DM players in the same team. He sets up like a Tuchel.
2 DM, yeah.
2 DMs. He plays 2 defensive midfielders, and then you had to what's his name? Create again. It will be creator like Mount in that team.
Apparently, Holland might be injured.
Foden's the creator now.
He's injured.
Well,
I think he got injured against
Daniel.
Dortmund.
That's what I'm saying. Like none of them are actually. All I'm saying is if England would have made 4-3-3 with proper thing, with 1 seating DM, with 2 box-to-box midfielders and 3 really good forwards, fast forwards, they will kill. And if that final they give away to Italy, they give it to them. They not
the
pressing,
game management of Southgate didn't kill off.
Hey,
Why
Lewis,
is
I'm
the
about-
difference between an elite manager?
Take care, my guy. Big up.
So why isn't Declan Rice
Good to meet
playing?
you
Nice
again.
to meet you,
Take care.
Jester. Nice
Later
to meet
on.
you, Jester, man. Later.
Take
Why
care.
isn't Declan Rice playing that long DM then? Alex, can I ask you a question? So why isn't Declan Rice playing the long DM? So if
'Cause he
Declan Rice
can't.
come to Chelsea, are we still gonna play 3-4-3 in the way you see it?
That's
Declan
not.
Rice is more
Do you
not
think
it.
Southgate
That-
is a great manager?
No, Southgate.
No.
It's the
So
same
why
thing.
are
He
you
does.
asking this question?
Yeah, Southgate is Southgate wants. Southgate has the same problem what some managers do. They have a favorite players that they can rely all the time, and they start them no matter what. Henderson is one of them. He
Henderson
has to
don't
put
play.
Henderson
doesn't play.
Listen,
That's
No,
one
I'm
of the
talking
things
about
I've
when
liked.
he was
Not to
playing.
start Henderson
the
anymore.
only hope for England getting to maybe win something like the Euros is if they completely fail in this World Cup. But they're not. They're going to get to the semifinals, and he's going to get.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon we're
Yes.
gonna get these semis?
Yes.
Wow.
England are definitely
I don't
capable of
think.
making
I
the
think.
I-
Look,
No,
thing
they're
is,
definitely
is-
capable of making the
What-
semis.
what-
Now,
what-
if
what-
he
what-
I was
if
just
he
saying,
completely
that's the thing.
completely
One
crashes in
at
the
a
group stages,
time.
if he completely crashes in the group stages, then he'll get fired, and you can get somebody else.
That's the thing.
enough.
That like
But
Dan's
he's
right.
not
Like
going-
I,
he's
this
gonna
is why for
find his
me.
way.
That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get knocked out of the group
This is
stages.
why-
We're gonna get
why I
fired.
said
We're
for
gonna
me,
get Thomas
I want-
Tuchel there.
I want us to like. I want England to literally finish like 3rd in their group. The only people I want us to beat are the USA. Apart from that, I want us to lose every other game. I don't care. I want us to go out straight away because it's the
Why?
quickest way of Southgate getting sacked. That's the end
Why-
goal. Like
why
some of
was
these players will
Southgate
get
out?
older and it sucks, but that's the end goal. Is Southgate getting sacked?
I
That is
mean,
the end goal.
Southgate, he's leaving
There is
after the
no-
tournament anyway.
I think
No,
he'll
he's
leave
not
anyway.
leaving. It depends how they
He's
perform
already
in
said
this
it.
World Cup. He said that.
Yeah, was that not? That was mentioned like about like a month ago or so. No, there was a report saying he's leaving after the World Cup anyway. Regardless.
He said he was going to
This
leave
is
after the
wishful
Euros.
thinking.
He said he was going to leave after the Euros, and he still didn't leave, and he still
He didn't
stayed.
say.
And
He
then
didn't say he's
played
leaving after the Euros.
Yes, he
Okay,
did. Yes, he did, Prime.
He's
He
not,
did.
why would you
Yes,
say
he
he's
did.
leaving? What are you guys talking about?
He didn't say after the Euros, but okay then.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he did.
yeah, just like
He
just
did.
wait until after
I don't
the
remember hearing
World Cup
that.
and see where things are.
Bro,
He's getting
listen,
sacked,
if he
man,
gets
I'm
to a
telling
semifinal, he's not going anywhere. And the path that
Yeah.
England has, they're able to get to a semifinal.
Yeah, we're able to
What's
get
the
to this.
path?
No, the way
Because
they
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 avoid
put the path up.
Argentina. They avoid Argentina and France. And I think they avoid
Brazil.
Portugal too.
They might get Brazil in the semi.
They might get
I
Brazil.
thought they were meant to be getting France in the last 16 or the quarters. Am I
No,
wrong?
France in the last 16. If they finish top, they're not getting France in the last 16.
No.
Oh, so as long as they finish top. Okay.
Yeah.
As long as they finish top.
All
Let me
right, then
see.
they just have to do their own job then, and they should be.
But that's not
fine.
going to
Fair
happen,
enough,
though,
fair
is it?
enough.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not
Anyway,
Fucking hell, Dan. Talk about get behind your nation, Dan. Fucking
Come
hell.
on, man. It might be coming
Yeah,
home.
Dan.
The
It
rest
ain't
of the
coming
teams,
home.
right?
IBC, the way we played in
Damn, Gucci, Dan,
Said
your mic.
Nation.
Dan, your mic.
Oh, is it my mic?
I think it's your headphones, bro. Because
It's your headphones,
your
yeah.
camera is good, so it has to be your headphones. You gotta.
It's your. It's
Maybe
your,
it's too close to you. Maybe it's too close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
really
it's. I think
too
it's
close to
Armani. I think it's Armani headphones, not the Gucci. That's right.
headphones, bro. Just go.
It's your Gucci phone. You have a Gucci phone, but not
No, it's right. It's near my
yeah.
mouth. Like what you do with your mic.
Be more like a pull
Use the
you
camera
pull you
mic.
pull
It's
you.
still bad.
What's the name? The collar down like a normal person, and see if the.
I have to keep my collar
Yeah,
up,
you're
mate.
not gangster, man. You're not
I'm
gangster.
a gangster. Oh, I'm not a gangster, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you're not
You don't know
gangster.
me very well, then, don't you? You don't know me very well. You don't
Why
know
you
me very well.
why you have a candle on the wall as a
How do you
light?
think you got the Gucci?
That's not
How do you think you
gangster.
got that?
Hey, Alex, like I
love
said
you,
to you
bro,
before, mate. Oh, like I said before, yeah, we just bought this house, yeah, and everything needs working. Old people used to live here who died, yeah, and
Oh.
they made a conservatory and they built their own conservatory. And I've been doing a lot of work to this house. I've just finished our house. I've put a new shower in
Go on,
our
Dan.
house. Right, put new tiles in because the shower used to be downstairs in a downstairs outside like the conservatory. And who will have a shower in a downstairs conservatory? out in a conservatory, that don't make sense. So we knocked all that out, and all this, yeah, it's getting all knocked out, yeah. Because with me and my uncle's coming next after.
God damn you!
Sorry, I had a phone call.
Oh,
Let's have it right.
the prime minister.
right.
The prime minister
I didn't know
calling
what he
you.
was talking about that.
Let's talk about some construction, man.
I'm telling you, Gucci Dan, you are gangster. You getting calls every 5 seconds, man.
Yeah. So you guys think if we sign Declan Rice, because the idea I always think is we need to go back to back four. Do you think Rice will facilitate that?
1 minute. I've got a phone call. Lewis.
No worries, bro.
Do you think Declan Rice will facilitate us moving to back four? I've never seen him play in
Declan Rice. Half the people on here don't rate him, and those of us who do, I don't want to talk about him. Let's move on.
It's not a phone call. He's those old people still live there. It's not a phone call.
Oh, well, one of them's still alive then.
I thought you said Kuchi Surfer. Kuchi.
Why are you such a troll, Gucci Surfer?
Gucci
Why?
Dan,
Yeah, I respect Gucci Dan, man. I like Gucci Dan.
I do.
Kuchi Surfer. Jesus.
Fuck.
You're just mad you didn't think of it, Alex.
Yeah. No, he's a proper
Gucci Surfer
Englishman.
sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Sounds nuts.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's actually a bit.
Sounds
That's a
nuts.
bit. Fucking hell. Right.
By the way, what's his name?
Oh, Peter, it's 100, my friend. It's 100.
How much to kick off El Patron?
Hey. Keep the wilder. I ain't seen this bitch ass nigga.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
And he comes.
Big up, Peter.
I love that. See my haters? I have some real haters. Y'all don't really got haters like that.
Oh.
Hey man, Peter, he doesn't.
Nah. I'm not worth
Lewis don't
100,
accept installments,
bitch.
man.
What?
Lewis don't accept installments. It's got to be straight up.
I'm not worth 100? Wow.
Wow.
That's disrespectful, low key.
I miss Nathaniel, man.
I don't know,
Cicada.
Dan, take
my
it.
God.
Take a compliment. At least he
You miss
thought
100
about it.
pounds. That's
I
what
think
you
I'm
miss.
worth 100, man. I think somebody should hate me enough to pay 100 pounds.
He thought about
Yeah.
it though, Dan. He thought about it though. Just take compliment that. That's it.
Jesus.
Random.
Right, Scott, what were you saying for the Brighton game, my guy? How are you feeling? We'll get back on track.
I mean, it's a recipe for something to go wrong, isn't it? With Charity FC.
Yeah, I do hear what you're saying with that one, but I feel confident.
Oh, I feel confident 100%. But at the same time, like it's literally they haven't had a win yet. They can't seem to score no matter how many chances they create, and then they're coming up against the so far undefeated Chelsea under Graham Potter, and it's his previous club. Like it couldn't be more written for something to go wrong for us to lose like 1-0.
And also another stat that Scott, we haven't lost to Brighton. We've never lost to Brighton in the top division. We've never.
Oh, lovely.
my
That's,
God,
yep,
why you
brilliant.
have
There's
to
more
say this
wood on the
shit?
fire. There's the more wood on the fire.
Lewis,
Chelsea Brighton is such a 1-1 game, to be
Don't worry
fair.
about it, man.
It was home and away last season. I think we've drawn our last 3 games.
Yeah, we've never beaten Graham. No, Lampard is the last manager to beat Graham Potter, actually.
Lampard. Listen,
3-2 Rhys
I wanna beat
James.
these guys, man. Listen,
Rhys James. Remember that Rhys James goal?
Don't worry about these guys, man. These are his sons. This is Potter's sons. He raised these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day.
Don't say sons. Dildo XL.
Look what happens as soon as we say Lampard.
When your dad pulls up,
again.
you know what's going on. So I feel like he's gonna like. I feel like he might tear these guys apart. I'll be real.
Because they haven't won yet, though. They haven't won yet.
They haven't. They're not playing well. And whoever this manager is, listen, man, he needs some help. And we're gonna help him get fired.
What about
big up everyone. Lewis.
Big up. Look, what about let me ask you something. What about, did you hear those rumors that Son is not happy at Tottenham?
Yeah.
Do you think any chance we can snap him from them?
Us? Oh,
Nope.
no.
They're not gonna sell to us, man. Stop. Forget it.
I also don't know if I want him.
Son?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I want him. I don't see the thing for me is I don't see what he's different to Sterling. He's streaky as hell. Like he is Purple Patch FC like number 1.
Nah.
Like he's talented, but there's so many times when he literally disappears. Like what was it?
I think he would have done better if Son was in City.
Yes.
If Son was at City, he would have done better probably than what Sterling did over there.
You think?
He's
a better finisher, so yeah, he would take more of his chance. I think like that's probably the only world-class trait I'd say he's got. That and the ability to play with both feet.
The guy. No, I rate Son, and I will take him even now. I'm just saying, like, if there is a possibility, because I don't know how, like, everybody, like, remember when in the beginning everybody was like, oh, Conte, and I was like, calm down. It's still same Conte that if something doesn't work, he throws the shit up. Maybe there will be a situation when he will like look for Lukaku. The possibility for Conte,
swap.
Conte, like something. I don't know.
If we could do that, though, I'd rather just get Kane.
No, Kane is too old for me now. I think we should, if it be done.
And they're the same age.
Is it Son?
It sounds like 30. Someone say in the comment section.
I think Son's like less than a year
Son's
older than
30.
Kane.
No.
Son's 30.
I thought he was like 27.
Kane's younger. Kane's 29.
Yeah, he's only by a few months.
Oh,
so it's not like
fuck.
Yeah, Kane just ages like milk because we know why, man.
Oh, those, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going for Kane if I'm picking anyone to try and swap.
Never mind then. Yeah, I thought he was old. He was younger. Never mind.
If anything, I think Kane's also well-rounded too. Yeah, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I've got to go. I've got a job to go on to.
Take care, my guy. Big up.
Let me join, man. Alex,
No
I sent
worries,
you a
bro.
message in private message. Read it, then you'll know what I said, and you will understand what I said to you, bro. Right, I'll catch you later, Lewis, man. Big up to you. Big up to you.
Take care, my guy.
Big
Big up.
Take
Big
care,
up.
guys, man. Bye-bye, man.
What was the private? Something about house renovation. I'll read that later on. Peter, what are you saying, bro? What are you saying? I can't be bothered.
I'm good.
Hey, Peter, you piece of shit. How you doing, man?
hey, big up to my nigga Dan on the top right. How you doing, man? You good?
I'm chilling, bro. Chilling, man. You know.
That's good, man. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get my bread up one day, and I'm gonna kick Dan off the stream. I swear to God.
Nobody has done it yet.
Don't worry, we'll be here.
I'm gonna wait until Dan is making a good point, and I'm gonna call it super chat.
A wild sympathies.
And then I'm gonna pay to come back. Fuck you talking about?
Nah, see that shit. Hey, why is this guy always outside? What's going on?
Why not?
Why is he following you? Why is he following you?
You are wearing a Lakers shirt outside in public at this moment in time. Are you not embarrassed?
In November.
He has no shame. Russell
In
Westbrook.
England.
Is that Russell Westbrook
We
jersey?
still got the sliders. Man.
Can we
who's
save
on the
that?
back
Can
of
we
that
save
Lakers
that?
jersey?
No, can we save that for later, man?
Nah, man. Show me who's on the back.
Right now. It's Russell
Yeah,
Westbrook.
it's not like we're ever
Can we
on
save
topic.
that for 1 a.m., please? Let's not.
Nah, man.
Let's not.
5 soon come. Let's go, man.
Let's move on.
You guys are the forest of the NBA.
Let's move
You're
on.
not even
Let's move
forest.
on. No. Let's move on from this. No.
Nah. You thought you were gonna come out here on a Lakers top and not get bullied. This is not what we do here.
No, let's move on, please. Let's move on.
No jumping on the Pelicans bandwagon either, bitch.
No, yeah, you're not allowed.
By the way, Elon Musk bought the Twitter. We can bully the shit out of you now.
The hell?
Nobody's getting
everyone's
kicked.
getting unbanned. Let's go.
Hey,
Big up all my
C1,
guys
fuck you.
locked up.
Fuck you,
Back
C1.
out here.
Hey, Dan, talk to your little nephew. What is this?
C1, fuck you, man. You little bitch.
I'll punch him up, man. Don't worry about it.
Hey, let's save that. Let's save that.
Hey,
for
Dan,
later
tap in
stream.
the back of the head.
Let's save that for later stream, man. Let's not instigate any phones at this time, please.
Hey, this guy got bullied into turning his camera off. Let's go, man.
No, hold on. Like some of you are here, like on a foolish behavior at this time. Allow it, man.
Some of us are on foolish behavior.
Bruv, they like said
You said some of us are on foolish behavior, right?
BST almost done soon, man. Allow it. So let's save it for 1 a.m. All right? Let's save it for 1 a.m. Anyway.
You have a date in 1 a.m. or what?
Nah, the Lakers play. This guy's gonna stay up till 1 a.m. British time to watch the fucking
Mr.
Lakers.
Left Hand.
Not just play, but play
as far as,
terribly. Like, come
as
on,
far
man.
as tomorrow, it just seems like one of those games, man. Like it's a 7 a.m. kickoff for me. I'm gonna be at work. I know I'm gonna check my phone and just see goal. Brighton won, Chelsea won in like the 78th minute, and I'm just not even gonna be mad. Like it's cool. If we lose, I'll be a little bit mad. If we win, I'll be happy. But like, look, at this point in the season, I don't know, man. I know they can't win. I know they can't score. I know their new coach is looking funny. But like, it just seems like things have been going too well recently. Like it wouldn't be Chelsea without a bit of disappointment. You know what I mean?
Come on.
You don't think disappointment is going to be when we play Arsenal or?
Win, man.
Nah,
we can get the disappointment out the way this weekend.
Like I'll be real. We need a little bit of like a scandal or something. Like,
yeah, Chelsea been too nice lately.
We don't win big matches without like a scandal. Like,
I know, no sanctions, no.
Like as soon as the sanctions got announced, we went on a winning run. That was like I swear that was the last winning run we've ever had. Like we need. I'm not saying we need to get sanctioned again, or like we need to like destabilize the club, but we need something. Like I don't know. It's too peaceful.
Biden and what's his name in Saudi Arabia got in a fight. Maybe Man City is getting sanctioned and Newcastle next. So
don't we have links with like Newcastle's owners?
But we still legit. We have American representative.
Yeah, I forgot how toxic this chat was. I missed this shit, man. I'm over here getting.
Oh yeah. This channel is hella toxic.
Yeah,
hella toxic.
I forgot, man. I've been gone for so long. It's good to be back. But nah, for real, like
at least we don't hide our opinions here.
I don't know who's gonna play tomorrow. I don't care what shape we play in, as long as Pulisic is playing wingback or if he's on the bench. That's all I want.
Wingback or on the bench? You wouldn't want him in the front three.
Amen.
Nah, man. I'm tired of U.S. men's national team Twitter slandering Thomas Tuchel for playing him at wingback when Graham Potter does the same thing. It's funny.
You know what? Fair enough. But who would you want to see start in general, though? Like,
Atsby and Cucurella because they're in my FPO. I might triple down and get Salah the two for the clean sheets.
Oh, fuck's sake. What about up top without your fucking FPL?
He just
look, man. Like we're gonna score one goal anyways. So like, I guess James Charles up front. Like that's cool. He did score on Wednesday whenever we played. That goal was out of nowhere, by the way. I was ready to abuse him. He escaped. But Havertz, we'll catch you. We'll catch you soon. Look, man, I don't care. Like at this point, whatever. Just as long as we beat Arsenal, and then as long as we don't draw like PSG in the round of 16, I don't care about Chelsea until like Champions League.
You have a feeling we drop PSG?
He's right.
So I have a bad feeling, right? Juve are gonna play that game. Like literally, the ultras are gonna storm their ground, right, on like next Monday, and they're gonna play like fearing for their lives, and they're gonna beat PSG. And then Benfica are going to fucking beat Maccabi. And then PSG are going to be in the pot
Second.
2. And we're going to draw them. And then I'm just going to be very sad. We're gonna draw them while like Brugge gets like fucking Shakhtar or something stupid. I'm just gonna be very upset at UEFA. But I'll be honest.
There's no chance we're losing to
These league
Juventus.
games. If we win, cool. If we don't win, I'm not gonna like jump off a cliff about it. I said like in our group chat when I was actually talking serious, I won't know how serious this ownership is about this project and sustainability until we go through a bad run and to see people's reactions and more importantly to see the players' reactions. This group of players has gotten too for throwing somebody else under the bus and passing responsibility when things get tough. Graham Potter in each of his seasons at Brighton went through a bad run and he came out the other end of it. Granted, he was at Brighton and not at Chelsea. I understand expectations are different now because resources are different, right? But we won't know until we're in that situation. It's all well and good saying back the manager when we're on an unbeaten run and we're winning and we're keeping clean sheets and we're playing pretty triangles. But when some of that dries up, how are we going to respond? So it's no use saying things when things are going well. We're a great fan base when things are going well. When things are not going well, we see what happens. And I won't know if we've truly changed until we hit that point.
So you think Pulisic is gonna write chapter 2 in his book?
I just don't want that bum to play. I just don't like him. I don't like him. I'm sorry. I don't like Pulisic. I don't like him. Let him play wingback. Let him play wingback then. I'm cool with that. I don't mind. But I can't believe this guy spoke ill of Thomas Tuchel mere weeks after he left in a published book. Like, first of all, you're 24. Why are you writing a book? Like, your life's not over. Your career's not over. Second, you're Christian Pulisic. You're not 24-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. Who really cares what you have to say? Like I said, the target audience for that book is going to be suburban white kids in the U.S. who have no neighbors. Like, they're the only ones who care about this. Like, real human beings don't care about Pulisic. I promise you. Like, it's not like, what are we doing here? Like, you're Christian. Have some self-awareness, man. All he did was put a target on his back. All Kai Havertz is going to do with these quotes saying everybody at the club knows what I can do. They know what I'm capable of. All you're doing is putting a target on your back. Now is not the time for that shit. Just get some performances.
So one good half and you're suddenly talking. It's all mad.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, we know we just saw a manager get sacked who won us the chance, regardless of how you feel about the football. Let's be honest, guys. These players, when they were assembled under Frank Lampard, it's not like we realistically thought that team was capable of touching a Champions League. Let's not think these players are better than they are. This group of players.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. People saying that the Tuchel play terrorist ball. He wasn't in the beginning. When he first came, those players are playing. The oldest stopped when those players stopped playing for him. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
so that's what I'm saying, that the honeymoon, I want to wait for the honeymoon to be over with Harry Potter to see how.
That's why I say his biggest game is the first game after we lose.
Whoever in the comments is telling me I'm telling Pulisic to shut up and dribble, yes, I am. 100%. You're Christian Pulisic. Like,
just do your job, and if you do it consistently, you will not be criticized.
Why is Christian Pulisic publishing a book speaking ill of his recent manager when he's 24 years old and a squad player? Where's the self-awareness there? You can give me all the per 90 stats. Like, you're probably one of these kids who lives on like a 7-acre lot and has no neighbors. This is the people I'm talking about. These are the only people who stand Christian Pulisic. They're not real people. They're NPCs, man. Like, it's fine. If you want to play well, speak for themselves. Eden Hazard didn't have to write a book at 24. He was one of the best players we've had in the last 30 years.
He didn't even write the book in Real Madrid when he doesn't play.
Bro, there was no Eden Hazard book when he was leaving Lille. There was none of that. It was, hey, I shelled it out. I was hungover half the time. I was still the best player in the league, and now I'm leaving. That was it. Like, just look, man, earn your stripes.
And he didn't come in with a generational tag. He just put it on his own back with his performances.
Yes.
I was going to say, Hazard came in with a bigger CV than Pulisic has had, probably will ever have.
Hazard is the most qualified young talent we've ever signed and will ever sign. Legit, the entire continent was chasing Eden Hazard. And we didn't see a book being written, free Hazard from the shackles of terrorism. He played under Jose in his prime. And then he got handed Conte after Jose. Excuses being made.
And we sit here and say the likes of Mount and Havertz need to be put in the ideal position for them to succeed.
No. And
Alonso their stands.
The years of Alonso behind them.
Bro, our left side was Marcus Alonso and Hazard.
Remember Alonso?
Bro, I keep saying Marcus Alonso was one of the biggest reasons why Hazard left. Every game I went to, Hazard would look at him about 5 times in passages of play and be like, "What the fuck were you doing? I was right here."
And on the other wing, we put Willian, who assisted Hazard for 4 Premier League goals in 6 seasons playing together.
Also forgetting who the manager was before Mourinho the second time.
Benitez.
Oh.
Yeah, like
another terrorist.
We had one vibes manager, Di Matteo, who literally had no tactics, but I love Di Matteo, so I'll defend him to the death.
Nothing but vibes.
But we literally had vibes, and then our fans were rooting against the team. They were chanting "Fat Spanish Waiter" at Brentford in the FA Cup because it was that much. I thought it was hilarious. I probably would have done the same. But my point is, if you're good enough at Chelsea, you put the performances in and you earn the results. Let's stop giving a bunch of these players the benefit of the doubt. If we're going to wipe the slate clean again, let them earn it. Stop saying, everybody knows what I can do. I'm this good. I'm this good. Stop telling me how good you are. If you are that good, you wouldn't be deemed a squad player under the 3rd consecutive manager. You'd nail down a spot in the team and you would produce.
I was going to say, if you're that good, you don't need to tell everyone you're that good. Like,
Yes.
If you're that good, then you will show you're that good. Bro, have you noticed how the worst people are the ones that say I'm that good, and then the ones that are the best don't speak on it? They literally don't say anything. Like, they don't say anything.
Yeah.
But Scott,
Thiago
if you
Silva
do
say anything.
say-
Thiago Silva.
But if you do say how good you are,
You better be
have some
good.
evidence. Have some evidence to show how good you are.
Yeah, you better be good.
Yeah.
So, like, look, I hope we win. Am I really expecting a win? Not really. My expectations are lower than most. But
£100, Josh. $100.
yeah,
Josh.
if you got, hey Josh, you got £100. If you got £100, send it, man. I gotta go do work anyways. It's fine.
Yeah, you guys can contribute together. You guys can gang up.
Hey, it can also be like £25, like split 4 ways. If we gotta do it
Below
like
as well. Like that's 3 people. You guys could put 33 each. Do your thing. Do your thing. I'm not telling you, but
I got to tell
Exactly.
you, I got to tell you, people. Peter's not worth £100 or dollars. I tell you, it's just
Yeah,
not worth
hey,
it.
Lewis, if
he's
you do
worth £33 each.
No, he's not even worth that. That's not
hey,
fair.
fuck you, Stick. What the fuck? I hate this guy. But nah, it's that
Go
kind of-
surf on your Gucci surfer.
I just don't understand. I get
Good
fretting
one.
over each individual match as they come, guys, but like I'm kind of past that with like this. If it's supposed to be a new project and it's supposed to be patience, seeing an improvement in the team's consistent performances would be nice. But I'm kind of past stressing over individuals starting, what do we want to see, stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, that's what I said, Peter. We're all bums. I watched the game against Man United, and I was like, "This is it.
This
There's
is what
no
we have.
There's
This
no
is all we
tactically that could be changed. That can change anything." I actually think that I'm not saying that Potter is like the greatest coach of all, but I actually see what he can do as a manager. He can do things, but he cannot do miracles.
Potter's a good coach. The solution, guys, like the solution for the long-term solution for this squad is to upgrade a lot of these players.
Exactly.
However,
That's
we
what I
want to
was-
get to that conclusion is how we have to get to it. If some of your favorites are squad players in this team, I'm sorry. I wish they were better. Like, trust me, I am sorry. I like Jorginho. He has to go. It's fine. Like, it's not personal. I don't like Pulisic. He also has to go. Like, it is what it is. I
He
like
doesn't really
Kovacic.
have to go. I mean, he can be a rotation player. Like,
Yeah, but he's gonna have to write another book if he.
We
gonna
can't
be
have a rotation player writing biographies.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Jorginho.
How he's not happy he isn't
Jorginho,
playing.
look,
Yeah.
if Jorginho stays, whatever. Like at this point,
Because
we
if you
need
sign
to-
a DM,
we need
if
we
the
need
DM
holding
get
midfield-
injured, then you
we need
him.
holding midfielders who can play 3 games in a row that are not Jorginho. How about that? I thought Kovacic was good against Salzburg. He scored a screamer out of nowhere. We needed a Kovacic
does that
screamer and a Havertz
sometimes.
screamer to win. But like, look, Kovacic is going to be injured next week. Why are we? And don't get mad about it. It's just going to
I
happen.
think he's playing injured already.
I will
Yeah.
say what Peter said. I think based on what happened in the summer, I think we're at a position where like the incomings kind of matter more than the outgoings after the summer. Where whoever we get in, say we get in like Liao and Nkunku, 2 attackers will just naturally leave. It almost doesn't matter who they are. Same with the midfielders. We get in 2 midfielders. I almost don't care who leaves. If we just improve on the midfield, then take your pick of who leaves. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's not like, oh, this person needs to leave over this person. No, just If we improve to the point where the people that are starting now are then rotation players,
Chelsea Balboa
get rid of
come in
one
the
of them.
stream because
Wait, yeah, but, Prime, come out for a little bit, and if he
Doug
doesn't
didn't
come in,
say a
hop back in.
word since he been here.
Big up yourself, my guy. Yeah, bro, Babalo, come in, my guy. There's room in the inn.
Doug hasn't said a single
just don't
word
be funny.
all stream.
Because there
This
isn't
is
anything to say.
So what the fuck are you doing here?
Because I'm listening.
You can listen.
We haven't made any points that are worth arguing.
Oh,
we haven't made any points worth arguing, so I'm just listening.
That's a shame.
You can't comment.
I don't even think I'm being negative today, but like
You're not. That's why I'm not arguing.
I don't think I am.
It's just
No.
just
People
Pulisic fans
in
and
the
their
chat
feelings.
saying that they like.
Like
wanna-
guys,
It's
trust me,
Pulisic fans and their feelings.
for my own self-interest, it would serve me better if Pulisic was better. Trust me. Because I want the U.S. to beat England. That's the most obvious 0-0 game at the 2022 World Cup you've ever seen, by the way. But like, I would love for Pulisic to dunk on England. It's not going to happen. Like, we can get upset and defend our squad players all you want. The solution is replacing most of these guys. It's cool. Like, I sat through Chelsea when we were good. I'm not defending Pulisic and pitting him against Hudson-Odoi or Havertz. No.
Goyam is a monster.
Can't do that. I watched Robben and Duff on the wings when I was a little kid. I want to go back to that. Like, I miss the time. Like, Kovacic is good, but he's injured. Robben was good and struggled with fitness. I miss the times of having a Robben level player. Like, I'll make fitness allowances for you if you're an Arjen Robben type of talent. But if you can't play 4 games in a row, if you're scoring 1 goal and 8 and shushing the fans because you scored 1 goal and 8 as a number 9, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, it is what it is. I like the idea of Aubameyang. He's closer to 50 than he is 20. So, like, what are we doing? Like, we need to get younger players that fit what Graham Potter's actually trying to do. You need to give it time. So don't stress about individual results as much because we don't want him to get sacked. Just being angry, saying Graham Potter out because he played your favorite player in an unfamiliar position, or we draw 1-1 against Brighton for the 80th time since they've come back up, even though we've only played them 10 times, and we draw 1-1 every fucking time. Just don't get upset about it. It's fine. I hope we win. I said if we lose, I'm not going to cry about it. But we keep moving. But I'm confident against Arsenal next week. I will say that.
Who's comparing Robben to Pulisic in the chat?
I am. But I'm saying people are defending Pulisic like he's an Arjen Robben level talent.
Oh, nowhere near. Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Like, guys, we have this energy for our bummiest players. Like, let it go.
Dude, when Robben came in the team, that's when we won the title. When he came in. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Jesus
yes,
Christ,
most of the players I want out are Champions League heroes because I want
back-to-back titles. You know, come on, what are we doing here? Robben was great for us. It's a shame we didn't keep him. That's it.
Hey, I miss this chat being angry at me, man. It's good to be back.
Robert got hurt and didn't score. What you need to do your Chelsea history, bro.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Andy, that's the same dummy from the other day. Like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Hey, Robben equals Dembele. That is crazy.
If you're gonna troll, if you're gonna troll,
Robben equals Dembele.
This is crazy. Hey man, we're losing recipes. It's all right.
Yo, CNF, bro, what are you doing?
What's going on, man?
What are you doing? Come on,
it's
man.
Good. Hey, Musa, I haven't lost hope. I just need to see what happens. I need to see the entire process first before I take a strong opinion. Like we went from Tuchel getting.
So what? Are you gonna wait? What? So
we went from Tuchel getting extended rumors to Tuchel getting sacked, and now he's suddenly Mugabe. Like it doesn't make sense, man. Like I need to see how this team reacts to a bad run because guys, we're gonna go through a bad run. Hasn't happened yet, but we will. This level of players has averaged roughly 70 points in the league over their last 5 league campaigns. They're not that cold. We're on pace right now, I think, for 72. We're about where we should be on the balance of the season. We've had good runs this season. We've had bad runs. We're going to have more good runs. We're going to have more bad ones. When we have another bad one, I need to see the reaction.
Let me just. Can I just do this? I'm not saying we won the title because of Robben. When he came into the team and played with Duff and Drogba, that's when we kicked on. We started battering people 4-0 every week, and we didn't look back. We owned from there. Robben was integral to our back-to-back Premier League trophy wins. Okay, to compare him to Pulisic is an insult to Robben. Okay, That's all
Robben
I'm
comes
saying.
second season rather than the
Dumbest
first.
shit I've ever heard.
I think
The
Robben
dumbest
wasn't-
shit I've ever heard.
Honestly.
Robben wasn't there in the first season. He came in 2005, right?
No, he didn't. He came in
No, he came in
2004.
Jose's first window.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He was actually
He did.
signed in January 2004 and then arrived in the summer with Czech. So
Hello.
Please.
Yeah, I did put a message in the chat, but it doesn't look like it's sending for some reason. Oh, there it goes. Just sent. Yeah, I just listened to it a couple of times. I just wanted to make sure I took everything in.
Mute.
I'm guessing Scott's still at work. No worries, bro.
Sack in the morning.
Sacked in the morning. He's getting sacked in the morning.
So the stream, Scott. You should have been working.
I was wondering what he was on about.
Oh, man,
Hey, whoever said don't piss on Pulisic to make your point, I could swap that name with Ziyech. I could swap that name with Cho. I could swap it with Havertz. I could swap
How
it.
many years Robben was at Chelsea?
2. 3.
And he's
3.
3, yeah. And how many titles we won when he was there?
2.
Back 2, and then two League Cups and 1 FA Cup.
Yeah. Come on, Chelsea Bobo. Don't even freaking
Can
try.
I just say this?
Yeah, and Arjen Robben's limited time in 04-05,
Yeah,
he still managed to make team.
come on, man.
I'd rather be a nostalgia merchant than just get everything wrong. So you know what I mean. Let's all do that.
Yeah, Arjen Robben was a baller.
Please,
not even going to compare him to
Don't
any
eat
of our
this.
wingers.
This
It's
is
not the
ridiculous.
same.
Hey,
It's
I have
not
a question
the
for
same.
you guys to not get too wrapped up over our inevitable draw versus Brighton. With Champions League, us winning the group, how do you guys feel about? Because I'm looking at these Champions League teams. I think a lot of these teams are ass. I'm not saying we're gonna win again. I'm not there yet, but we've won the group now somehow.
I'm worried about Benfica. I'll tell you, Benfica is a team to watch. Benfica.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't want to play Benfica. I also wouldn't want to play PSG, but all the other groups that we could play the teams out of, I wouldn't mind. How do you guys feel about the round of 16 draw? Looking at obviously being group winners.
They all should be winnable games, really. I don't think there's any that
Leipzig.
really stand
Do you want
out.
to play RB Leipzig?
I don't want to play.
100%.
I do not want to play PSG. I do not want to play what's the name, Benfica, and that Italian team.
Hey, I want to play Dortmund.
Napoli. But they'll finish top.
Napoli.
Unless Liverpool beat them 3-0, they should finish top of that group.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to.
Dortmund is nothing there.
I want us to play Dortmund, actually. I think we'll be okay.
I'll play Dortmund, but look, Porto's in second in a group. They might even win that group. Brugge might drop to second. Who else?
I thought Brugge was confirmed top.
Leipzig, anyways. Shakhtar might steal that. I don't know. There's a lot of Tottenham's entire group is terrible. I'd play whoever comes second in that group. They're all bad. I'm looking at the teams and I'm like, hey, I'm not saying we're gonna win, but I'd be very shocked if we didn't make the quarterfinals. And from there, you kind of take it as you go, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just take it a game at a time from there. I feel like we all would expect quarterfinals as a bare minimum. At that point, just depends on who you play. I back us more in the cup competitions than any league competition anyway. And plus, by the time we get to the second half of the season, our defense should have a better understanding of each other and hopefully will be a bit more solid at the back.
Hopefully they're fit.
Yeah.
Fofana, if he gets a second,
Fofana should be back.
That'd be mad.
As soon as Robot Man in Manchester gets fit, the league is over anyways. That's also why I don't stress about league results.
How long's Haaland out for?
He was limping.
He said he was ill midweek. So
Yeah,
he's still training.
He's going to train him today.
He has a foot injury.
Because he was pictured going into training on crutches.
Yeah. But Pep said is there's nothing. Obviously, Pep is a liar. I never trust what he says.
Facts.
They got Leicester away, haven't they? You got Leicester
that's an easy done.
They can play that Alvarez kid.
Yeah.
But because I was looking at Champions League, and obviously it would be nice to go back to Wembley and hopefully not lose this time in a final. But guys, we're playing City in round 3 or whatever.
I think we'll beat City. I don't think City will. I think City will rotate a lot.
We'll rotate too. You.
Yeah.
We can potentially play us. Oh no, we have Newcastle.
You know.
Yeah. We can't
listen,
rotate.
I'd get out of the League Cup because it's only one round this year. Next year is multiple rounds. So I'd get out of it, man. End the fixture congestion. Remember, we still got to play the games against City and Manchester in January. Sorry, Liverpool and City and Manchester. What the fuck? You know what I'm talking about.
But
Got
if
to
we
play
knock
them in
out
January.
Fulham, we knock the
Fulham game
favourites
as well.
out.
Huh?
If we knock City out, we knock the favourites out.
That's true. I'm just saying, guys, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, not getting our hopes up. Like, win or lose, it's a favourable scenario for us.
Like, if we are going to beat City, they better go and win the cup. Don't lose a fucking final to like.
I'm not Cole, or whatever his name is.
Don't lose a final to like Newcastle or some shit. Like, I'm not tolerating that. I'm sorry.
Nah, fuck that. If we can go through against City, we should have the confidence to go and win the entire thing.
Facts.
Yeah, like. Fator, is that you?
Yeah, that was Fator.
Hello.
You're right.
Yeah. Did you guys see Zakaria? It looks good. He's got shooting boots on, so maybe we might see him tomorrow. I haven't lost faith yet.
So 3 seconds of video made you say that he looks good.
Rodrigo, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
If you don't see Zakaria against Dinamo, we're not going to see him. That game counts for nothing. There's nothing on it. If we don't see him again, at least for 20
never playing for us. He's never
know.
playing for us. Yeah. If you don't see him against Dynamo and maybe City, he's never playing for us.
Nah, see the City game, we're not out yet. Like there's a universe where like that doesn't matter. This Dinamo's a great game. It matters for nothing, other than people to have a nice night out and get drunk and chat. Chelsea for 90 minutes.
Graham's right. That Hutchinson guy from Arsenal we got in the summer is going to play before Zacharias.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, he's not on the list. He's not on the list. Hutchinson is not on the B list, so he can't play in the Champions League.
No, I mean the League Cup.
The League Cup, yeah. They didn't put him on the B list, no.
That's lame. But yeah, I don't know. I can't even say Zakaria is going to do this or I have to see him play first, man. Would I be upset at it? Nah, of course not. Try something different. If it doesn't work, then try and find other solutions until we can get new players. But yeah, it is what
we
it
need
is.
to win anyway. We need to finish the group on top.
I heard they didn't even bother.
No, we are.
Alex,
we are. Even if we lose.
We beat Milan twice. Tiebreakers head to head. They can't pass us.
No, yeah.
Okay, so no matter what happens, we still.
We could lose 100-0. We could lose 100-0 on Tuesday or Wednesday.
There's a situation in other groups that Tottenham can go back to the Europa.
Liverpool. If Tottenham lose to Marseille, they're out.
Yeah, they have to win.
Wow.
They don't have to win. They can't lose. If they
draw, they have to draw. They need, yeah.
If they need to get a result, if they lose,
they can only go low as Europa League.
Yeah, they can't finish last, but if they lose, they're in Europa League no matter what happens in the other game.
Yeah.
Because
so if Marseille lose and either Frankfurt or Sporting win, then Spurs go to the Europa.
Hold on. No. Even if Marseille beats them, even if Frankfurt and Sporting draw, Tottenham go below Sporting on head-to-head, and Marseille would be on 9.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yep, it's head-to-head now. It's not goal difference.
Head-to-head, yeah, you're right, yeah.
So what's the scenario for Tottenham to go to Europa?
If they lose, they're in Europa League. It's that simple because Marseille would be on 9 points. Sporting would at least be on 8 points. If Eintracht wins, then Eintracht goes above them and wins the group.
Yeah.
If they lose, they're in Europa League regardless. And they can't.
I don't mind against Eintracht Frankfurt. It's not too far.
I'll be real. I'm not trying to play that club again, man. They almost knocked us out of the Europa League. I never want to see that club again.
Yeah, Kepa Heroics.
That shit was not fun, man. That shit was not fun.
Those games were so boring, man.
That was not fun. It doesn't. I don't know. Obviously I didn't go on the away trip. Anybody who did, I don't want to disrespect it. It just doesn't look like it's fun.
No. I'll take Marseille and Dortmund regardless.
You're gonna go to Marseille.
You won't survive Marseille.
I don't think you'll come back, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
I that would be fun for you, maybe. Like at that point, we might as well just go to Porto and bring the Champions League inflatable trophies.
If I tell you, you'll come back.
I'd love Porto. That would be amazing. I'm also just thinking for away days, so I'll take anything that isn't what's his name? Shakhtar. Anything that isn't Shakhtar will run.
Shakhtar doesn't play.
Shakhtar
doesn't play. The stadium currently is under.
They're playing Poland or something.
Where do they play?
They play in Poland. They don't play in Poland.
Poland. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
Shakhtar
saying
played their
cool?
home match in Poland, so you'd have to go there.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Russians are playing
Shah,
there now.
I'm good.
But like also Poland in
Yeah.
February is probably going to be like negative 20 degrees.
Russians are playing in Shakhtar Stadium.
Oh, they're playing, are they? They're
Oh,
playing, are they? Oh, they're playing. Yeah.
So,
This guy.
hey man, it is what it is.
Talking about Russia, what do you guys feel about this? That Russian kid, he's proper on it.
Zahari.
Coming. Yeah,
I don't know the logistics with like trying to get him to Chelsea, but I'll take it. I'll
you
take
can
it.
smuggle him out of Russia.
I feel like we can't though. It's not allowed.
He's got to. I think hasn't he got to denounce?
No, nothing like that.
No?
It's just something came out. Like they're saying that it could possibly doubt, but they will postpone it. They postponed it until the summer, but they could revisit it in the January transfer market.
Yeah, because they got to try and explain.
What UK government did, what UK government did before every player, any sports, they actually want UK government actually want them to go, athletes to go on the record and say they against Putin regime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
remember what's his name?
I don't know how getting a Russian player into the Premier League would work in the current socio-political climate, but like
you drive them to Finland, you smuggle them out of Finland, and then you sign them in Finland.
What you do is you stick a fake moustache on their face.
We make
say he's from very northern Scotland. That's it. The accent like that. That's what you do.
I don't know, man. He looks like a talent. I'm not going to sit here and say
he's Armenian, by the way.
I'm not going to sit here and say I watch 20 Zaharian games, but like watching our current attack, like he can't be worse. Is that a good
Zaharian is Georgian.
No, it's not. But I'll take him. Why not?
Oh, you're talking about Never mind.
But no, I kind of like what Chelsea did this summer, signing younger players, signing young talents. And the little we've seen of Chukwuemeka, he looks good to me. He doesn't look out of place.
I don't like him play that high though. I want him to play deeper.
It's kind of Alex. It's kind of weird though, because like when he was at Villa, they were playing like a 4-3-3, and he was playing like in that shuttling role. So like with the shape we play when he's kind of been on the pitch with like the 3-back and the wing backs, it's kind of like
weird for me to see him there.
He should be passing the ball, not running.
Yeah, I don't see him have that. I don't see him that technical to be that high up the pitch.
In our formation now, I kind of agree with you, but it's kind of playing.
It depends. Of course, it depends what kind of players you have around. But I'm talking about our squad.
I don't know. I like what I've seen so far. I like the idea of signing younger players and actually trying to develop them. I have no problem with that. I'm not saying go back to the old ways of Chelsea and sign every good player on the planet and the best manager. Although that was fun as hell and we won and it was great. Like, I understand logistically that's not really going to happen. That's not going to be how we rebuild. But it's just with these younger players, we have, similarly to like Abroya. I like what I've seen Abroya when he's played. We have to give them the time and the grace to develop and give them the minutes.
Yeah, but Broya is still not ready to start again for Chelsea. I don't think he is. I think he's good for 60 minutes. You can see he gas out quickly. He doesn't have the stamina to last.
Well, I'm not saying he has to play 90 minutes every game, but like to get starts here and there, I don't see why he can't.
Yeah, when he comes in, he doesn't have to come in on 82nd minute. That's drives me nuts.
Yeah, none of our starting strikers typically go 90 minutes anymore, do they? Though, right?
Right.
Like that's usually a sub in every match, whether it's minute 70, minute 64, or like 82. That's usually a sub.
Chukwuemeka needs loan, dude.
Huh? No,
a loan to
what?
Like why?
I think he's a great bench option for us.
I think you should stick to Thomas 6W SW6. Stick to cats. Stick to cats.
I just don't a loan to where though, and like a simple.
Yeah.
The problem with a simple loan for a Chukwuemeka type of talent is who in the Premier League is going to give him a simple loan and give him minutes and just hand him back. Colwell's not even getting minutes at Brighton, right? He's playing under 23 games because it's a simple loan. They have no possibility to get him on a permanent. So at the same time, why are you going to give him minutes over the players that you actually have on a long-term contract?
The only way to loan,
you have to be
Premiership. and he should.
You
not
have to be
playing in Premier League.
exceptional, like Gallagher, for the team, because Gallagher was exceptional at Palace, so they had to play him.
It's also
No, Gallagher
He
did
was
his duties in the Championship before he went to Premier League.
Gallagher was exceptional at Palace, but Palace also didn't have like central midfield players like that. Like we're thinking of Palace now. Palace 16 months ago transitioning like styles and going to 3 in midfield instead of 2 that were typically just Milivojevic and MacArthur or like Schlupp. They went to actually trying to play football, so they needed numbers in midfield too. Like there was an obvious need for Gallagher at Palace. I don't see a Premier League club that has an obvious need for a Chukwuemeka to give him minutes. Unless you want to send him abroad, which I don't want to do, just kind of take bench minutes and develop and work with the first team.
Exactly.
Yes, still do, by the way.
I'll take I hear the idea with like a feeder club. I get why that's a good idea in theory, but is that club going to play at a level where it's prudent to send?
They will never be in a Champions League yet. But there's an issue of there's an ethical issue there.
There's no.
Think
That's
about a club
actually
that's in the Champions League.
that's actually not the. No, that's not the reason for the what's his name for the feeder league. Feeder teams are playing in the league same way as we playing the most thing, and they based off development talent. They just developing. They know that they cannot reach the heights of whatever, but like they play as a development.
What a feeder club?
What if that team qualify for Champions League and say we're in the same group as them? Don't you see an ethical issue there? Like, if we send all the best players to that team and they really improve, and that team finish in, say we've signed a Portuguese team and they finish 3rd in the Portuguese league because we have all our great young players.
That cannot be happening. That's why you buy in the clubs.
Is there in the rules that it can't happen?
It's not in the rules. It just doesn't. That like for your specific example, Sporting, Porto, and Benfica are pretty much going to be the top 3 until the end of time.
That's what you think. What if the players that we send there make a huge impact on the team, and then that
I don't
team,
think we're buying any players. I don't think we're buying any clubs in the first league in any big 5 leagues.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking at the clubs. First of all, we're looking at the clubs where what's his name? We're looking at completely different division, not the Championship League. Even that, we're looking like places like South America. What are you talking about the Championship League for?
Yeah. No, because there was rumors that we're gonna buy a Portuguese club. And
yeah, the second league, second division.
No, they were in Division 1. That club was actually 4th in their division. So that's why I was thinking. What if
that's why I don't think actually gonna happen, because it goes against the rules of what's the name?
The
European laws. Yeah.
Yes.
You can't do that.
Yeah, because there was rumors we're gonna buy Lyon. Like, that was a bit crazy, but obviously that's never gonna happen.
What clubs does City have in their like network of clubs?
India, South America, something like
Australia.
They have a Spanish club, don't
Australia, yeah, New York.
Do they have a Spanish club or a French club? What club? I'm gonna look this up.
I don't think
Girona. Girona. Is it Girona?
Okay, so
Spanish club, yeah, Girona.
I think they're in the 2nd division currently. They bounce between the 1st and the 2nd, right?
By the way, when they're not the majority of the ownership of that club.
Okay.
That's right.
They're not over the 51% of majority of the club, so they cannot make a decision. That's why it's not interfering.
That's what Salzburg and RB Leipzig are capable of doing.
According to Wikipedia, granted it's Wikipedia, they own the exact same percentage of Girona that Pep's brother owns.
Then
44.3%. So I don't know. I don't know if it was a specific endeavor to get Girona, or if more just, hey, Pep's brother already is there. We might as well like help them out. That being said, Girona bounced between a Spanish La Liga team and a Liga Segunda team like quite consistently. So, but their other teams are
New York,
Montevideo, Yokohama, they've got a team in Melbourne. They've got New York City. And they've got Troyes in France. Okay, so
And that's all of it.
but Troyes were a Ligue 2 team when they took them over. So yeah, it's not really like, even if we do get feeder clubs all around the world and have these sleeper cells just everywhere, right? It's not like we're gonna have them in like the Europa League.
Yeah.
You know, like, because remember that? Do you guys remember the year Vitesse made Europa League? I think it was
Mason Mount was brilliant there.
Yeah, like Vitesse was in Europa League and Mason Mount was on loan. There was huge outrage about that. Just basically us handing players to Vitesse and qualifying them for a European comp.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's like an illegal thing to do. It's definitely like frowned upon though.
So isn't it the same thing where in the Premier League, for instance, your loan players can't play against the parent club? I don't know why they don't do that in the Champions League.
That's only an English rule.
I'll answer your question, Thomas, SW6, when Lewis come back so he can... Oh, thank you. The reason why I don't think we should loan him, because he's actually at a level that he probably can surpass one of the midfielders in the next year, within the year. So there's no reason for us to loan him, because I can see him surpass one of the midfielders currently in this team. Not Gallagher. Gallagher has his own standards in this team. I'm saying he probably will get more experience at Chelsea this season than he will be anywhere.
Yeah.
Unless you send him to a club at a much lower level, like potentially
Exactly. A championship, and that's not worth it. Sometimes the players are actually better just stay and learn the system with how we want to play with the first team.
I'm going to pull up a Premier League table, right? Because I'm assuming we're talking Premier League loans. I'm going to pull up
Well, you need to ask him if that's what he's mean.
I'm going to go from the bottom up, right?
Stop racist. What the?
Our bottom three teams.
Who's being racist? There's no one here.
Whatever, man. Our bottom three teams are Forest, Wolves, and Leeds.
Yeah.
If you send Chukwuemeka to any of those clubs in their current climate, who does he start every game for?
He's not. They need points. They're not there to babysit.
I actually will take Wolves midfielder to Chelsea right now.
No, I'm saying if you send Chukwuemeka to Wolves, who does he start for right now? Who does he start over? I don't like Forest. First of all, have 40 million players. They don't seem to know what to do with any of them, right?
Cho is brainless dead player. That's why he's on loan.
Wolves don't really have a permanent manager, I don't think.
No.
Leeds, Jesse Marsh has all his American guys that he loves to play, and he's probably going to get relegated or sacked anyways. Then we're getting into Leicester and Southampton and Villa. Like, you could say maybe Southampton, but Southampton have Lavia and Ward-Prowse as a midfield pivot, and they typically play with two in midfield. So I don't see Chukwuemeka really playing.
Southampton doesn't go over there because they develop their own youngsters.
Yeah.
If they do it, it will be buy options.
Yes.
But Southampton is not a team that get loan players.
I'm talking
without any.
The only reason, guys, the only reason they got Broja is because they weren't sure with Adam Armstrong, and it was offered to Chelsea. It was like Chelsea offered it to them,
and they didn't even play him that much. I mean,
back end of the season, it wasn't like he was starting every game for them either.
Yeah, there's rumors Roman wants to buy Valencia. Yeah, I heard that too.
I don't see, like, in terms of a simple loan, I don't see a club in the Premier League in the current climate that is an ideal fit and would welcome in a Chukwuemeka for like half a season. I don't see it. I thought he was bought with the intention of being a squad player this year and carving out minutes wherever he could. That's what I thought it was. I don't think he's been played too little or too much or anything. I think
he's
fine.
been playing okay. He's introduced to the game slowly but nicely. Again, Thomas SW6, that's not the argument. For example, if the reason why Cho was loaned, because Cho competition for the top spot is harder than Chukwuemeka in the middle.
Yeah.
Against Chelsea's players. Do you understand what it means? It means that every player that we have at Chelsea, no matter who it is, they're still better than Cho, no matter how. So he is not even having the time to do anything at Chelsea.
Even
We're also
What
ignoring
Chukwuemeka has, he has a better way to get into the midfield than anybody at Chelsea. That's why he stays and Cho goes on loan.
Cho also pursued a loan himself. You can say Chukwuemeka needs week in, week out game time. Okay, where in the Premier League is he going to get that? Bear in mind, half of this league is fighting relegation, and half of this league is pushing for Europe. Where is going to give Chukwuemeka regular game time within the Premier League? He'd have to go abroad or go down into the Championship, which I don't think is good for him either. Just keep him where he's at. If he doesn't play much this season, it's okay.
That's what I'm saying.
For having
The
one
people that saying that the teams like young, like the teams that compete in the top level, like Chelsea, they don't have much time to develop the players. So that at the same time, when we do have a players like Cho, they literally have eyes on them open in training ground. And I think that's the reason, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's the managers that want them there and they don't want them on loan. If he doesn't want, if he will be sent on loan, that means that he's not good. He needs to get more time. Potter thinks that he's that good that he and that Tuchel, that we actually beat competitions from Barca and other top clubs because they are also after him. You see what I'm saying? So I think he's good enough. He just needs to slowly to be introduced at Chelsea. And I think he has a less competition to get into a midfield than Cho in a forward line. If you want to compare
we all think Colwell is talented, right?
Yeah.
Guys, show of hands. How many Premier League minutes has Colwell played?
No,
maybe 3.
I think the official answer is like 3 minutes.
He came in the last minute, I think, to close out.
Yeah.
I think Colwell's played like 3 minutes this season. Like, Colwell's talented. It's just these teams that get simple loans, and let's be honest, the Colwell loan was only in the deal with like Cucurella. Like, that's why they did it. But they're under no illusion to develop him and hand him back to Chelsea as a ready-made player week in, week out. Like, it doesn't do them any good. Also, Brighton really aren't in any danger of relegation, and right now, like, mathematically, they could still push towards Europe. So they're kind of in this weird situation. Like, it's a little bit different, but Gilmore went there on a permanent. How much has Gilmore played, guys?
He hasn't played.
Barely gets on the bench some games.
Yeah, like
he doesn't even make the bench. Yeah, they rather have old man Lallana, who's not actually a CM. Well, he's been converted into a CM than Gilmore. And
look, like, it's maybe our players just need to develop where they're at. Also, maybe some of them that we've thought are high, what we rate highly, may not be highly as rated across the league as we think. You know, it might
also, I think that it comes to, like, you mentioned Brighton and like with the Colwell thing, you need to send players out on loan to a team that's going to need them. Like, Brighton's best centre back is their left centre back. That's literally where Colwell was going to play.
Yep.
Like, that's like he's competing against their best centre back.
And
then you look at the other two he's competing against them to play. The central centre back's their captain, and the right centre back's been like one of their most consistently good players. Like
Webster.
Yeah, they got Webster on the left, who's their best centre back by a mile. Then they've got Dunk, who's their captain and who's going to start basically every game, and Veltman, who, as I said, has been consistently solid and very good since he's joined. Like, it's about sending players. Like, if a player goes out on loan, they need to go to a club. Like look at Cho, for example. Like, I know he's not lighting the world on fire, but he's having a decent loan because he's gone to a team where they needed someone in that position. They didn't really have the best player on that side on the left. They had Diaby for the right. They didn't really have someone for the left. He's now gone and he's playing there because there was a position to be filled. When you send a player out on loan, it's not, you need to have a look at the team, yes, but it's also finding in terms of the style of play, but it's also, is there a spot for them? Like, is there going to be a spot where they can play? Like, look at Gilmore last season. Yeah, the Norwich loan was bad of its own reasons, but the positive about it was a team that needed he was needed for the position. It's just the team as a whole was a mess. So he struggled because of that.
This all say we need that. That's the job of what? Technical director. That's
not the technical directors. That's the loan manager's job, which we have.
We have a loan manager of football.
Yes, we do. Makaleli.
most clubs.
Oh yeah, Makelele. Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought Eddie Newton did that.
Most clubs.
No,
have
I'll say most clubs will have someone who oversees. Well, it might be the technical director or the sporting director in some cases, but on other teams they will have someone who is a loan manager who is purely for looking at the youth players, finding the right loans, and monitoring while they are on loans.
Yeah, like it'll be somebody, especially when you're loaning people out to lower divisions in your country. It'll be people who go to the games in person. They might even have connects to the clubs they loan people to, which is why they end up there. So you'll be dialoguing about players' progress. So it's not like you just send them on loan, check SOFA score, and then see, all right, they did that well. Like it's much more in depth than that, you know. Look, as for Cho, like credit to him. He took a chance on himself and he went to Bundesliga. And he's getting game time. He hasn't played amazing, but he's playing. There's no guarantee that these players will play consistently and play amazing in these loan spells. Also, he kind of pursued that. We can say whatever we want about Billy Gilmore on the Norwich loan, but Billy Gilmore also kind of pursued that. He wanted
No one forced him to go. Gilmore would have had so much. His development would have been so. He would have been at such a higher stage now if he stayed, because
Cho wanted to go on loan last season, if you remember, and Tuchel kept him.
Yep. Like we can say in hindsight, with the benefit of hindsight, Gilmore shouldn't have gone. But we need to remember, guys, at the time, Farke had to connect with Tuchel. What happened is Norwich got sucked into a predictable relegation battle.
Yeah.
Which is why that should be case in point for why we shouldn't just send players on loan to relegation battlers. Look at Gallagher when he was at West Brom. It wasn't the best season. Yeah, granted, Gallagher was playing in a midfield pivot with like.
No, Gallagher was brilliant at West Brom.
He was one of their best players.
Okay, we can say he's one of their best players, sure, but like I'm saying for him.
No, that's not what we're saying. He won the something over there.
Good for them. I don't think that was the best decision. I don't think that was the best loan decision wise for him, right? Personally, obviously Palace went a lot better. He's in the team now. He survived. Not everybody benefits from the loan system. Chalobah went on loan to Lorient before he played at Chelsea. No one really had any idea who Trevor Chalobah was in terms of a first-team prospect prior to the Koundé deal falling apart in 2021. Like, the point of these loans and the point of the system is to address needs in our squad. But it's also with some of these players, they need to be ready when the chance presents itself. It might be after your third loan. It might be after your fourth loan. It might be after your first one. It just depends on what the first team needs at the time. So for somebody like Cho, I feel for him. We have a lot of young, underperforming people in his role. We're right. Like, people who raised that point in defense of Cho, you are correct. But until we can shift some of these players out, or until some of them separate themselves from each other in terms of quality, it becomes increasingly difficult to make a decision. My solution has just been all of them. That's not super practical, so it's probably not going to happen. But we have a lot of guys performing at the same level in these positions, and it's not at the level that we need, so it's just tough to see. So hopefully Cho separates himself with this Bundesliga loan. Hopefully he does, and he comes back ready to produce on the left wing for 20 years. Hopefully he does. Like, yeah, I doubt it, but like hopefully that happens. But I don't know. I don't mind the loan.
He's been used as a number 10 though in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, like fair enough. Is Cho going to come back as a number 10? Probably not.
No.
Probably not. For me,
Cho is not coming back to Chelsea, I promise you.
I don't think he is. But like I'm saying, if he did, should he come back? Hopefully he comes back a better player. That's
Hope.
the point of the loan system.
I'm just saying, if you could work in, because I do like the look of that Leverkusen player. What's his name? Fritz or something like that.
Fritz?
What, Wirtz?
W-R, yeah. I do like the look of him.
Apparently, by those that watch the Bundesliga, he's meant to be even better at his age than Havertz was. But
man, anybody?
I have not seen. But I will say I will have not seen enough of him to make a
All I
comment
can
whether
say is Lukaku had the best numbers, young numbers, than any of the Ronaldo's, Messi's, and anything. But
I forget that Inter probably aren't going to buy Lukaku, right?
They're not.
No. We already started negotiation about the second-year loan.
They don't need him. This is the
They
thing.
do.
They don't need him.
Don't need him at all.
Well,
Anyway, they don't need him. He doesn't start for them. They start Martinez and Dzeko.
He's injured, man.
He's only just come back.
I still don't think they need him. I still don't think he adds to their.
It's not about what you think they need him. It's about what Inter thinks they need him. Anyways, this conversation already started about second-year loan.
Hey, it's their funeral at the end of the day.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I don't.
He's like 30, 35, 36. So
He's still better, which is mad.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, it's a typical Lukaku performance.
It's literally a game of two in this league. Napoli, what's his name? AC Milan. Those are the two teams that are fighting.
So, anyways, Lukaku's not going to be a problem next summer.
No, he's not.
All right, good. Because I don't want that discourse to start.
Exactly.
Look at Lukaku back in this team. They play better football. He'll score goals. That he doesn't want to be.
Hey man, even make Lukaku good for the dressing room.
Even if he don't, he goes on strike. Just leave him. Just go on strike somewhere. Don't worry about him. Just leave him.
I actually can see us negotiate it and cancel his contract.
Fine.
I can see that.
Fine.
Because I don't think. Because do you remember that he actually had the conversation with Todd Bowley before he left? Bowley was already in charge.
Yeah.
So he went to him and forced it.
That's why I got through quick the deal it was.
Yeah.
So low the loan fee because we're not paying his wages. That's why. So we get the wages off the bill. That's fine.
He actually forced. Todd Bowley wasn't impressed with him. Remember, it was Marina and Peter Cech was the one that keep him.
Reported that Marina and Cech wanted to keep him for one more season.
Yeah.
So that's fine, man. If that's the truth and that's the truth that Bodie saw him out, that's good.
That's exactly.
Get the cancer out of the dressing room.
I just don't think I feel bad for the what's his name? That second guy that always in the pictures with Todd Bowley. What?
Martinez, Lautaro.
No.
Sorry, Egbali as the second pick. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Egbali.
Yeah, the guy that looks like like the Godfather's thing. I don't think you want to piss off that guy.
Yeah,
that guy looks proper man at the Chelsea. Like Todd Bowley is the smiley guy. The other guy is I like. Looks like because he was the one that apparently he's the one that got Tuchel fired.
Whoa.
The second owner, that guy, not.
You mean Egbali?
Yeah, he's the one that actually fired Tuchel, not Todd Bowley. He's the one that didn't got along with Tuchel. And there's another news. Marina Goncharovskaya was how you said there was the news that she was
blackmail.
Somebody was
for £30,000, £300,000.
£300,000. Yeah.
Wait, what?
There's one of the sports agents. How you say that word in English? Like
what Saif, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I can't remember his last name, but he sent out odd messages. I don't know what. Who does he? I think he's
somebody's Rudiger's agent. He was Rudiger's agent.
Wait,
that's it.
He harassed Marina?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent some odd messages. I don't know exactly what was in them, but yeah, he got found like yesterday or the day before. He got found guilty of harassment or whatever.
Wait, what?
By Metro Police, yeah.
All right, man, whatever. Like, that sucks that Marina had to go through that, but like, I thought like we were given some football update, like she was getting a new job or something. But like, she got harassed. That sucks. I feel bad for her.
Not harassed. She was actually. That's not that's not it. She was blackmailed. There we go.
Okay, she was blackmailed. That's worse. I'm glad that that's guilty. Though, well, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's weird. So why is there always this weird drama happening around Chelsea now, guys?
I don't know, man.
Why? What happened? Like nobody used to know anything, and I used to like that. And now it's just every other week there's just some random weird story about some weird guy doing weird things. Don't like it, man.
Oh well.
Doesn't smell right. But I don't know. It'll be interesting because somebody had mentioned Roman potentially buying Valencia. I don't know like what the feasibility of that is.
Who'd you say, Valencia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's feasible. They're Their ownership group is a mess.
No, I know because it's Peter Lim who owns them, right?
Yeah.
That guy is insane. Like,
I don't think he's sanctioned by the EU. I don't think he is. I think it's just the UK government that sanctioned him. I don't think the US sanctioned him either.
But I'm saying, like, in terms of like Roman buying another club, I guess Marina would go back and work for him. I would imagine.
Yeah, but I don't think she's gonna run a football club anymore. I don't think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it, man. Nostalgia, let's go, man. We're back. We can send our players on loan there.
True.
Nah, Roman wouldn't do that.
Have a good relationship with Valencia if that happened, to be fair.
Didn't he try and buy a Turkish club?
Turkish club, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they
It's
said
still
who.
mine.
It was like,
I think it was
it
Fenerbahce,
Gostek or-
actually.
You trying to buy Fenerbahce?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was Fenerbahce. I didn't think it was that big of a club. I thought it was one of the slightly smaller.
Some sports.
Oh,
Something
yeah. You're right. It wasn't Fenerbahce.
Was it like Gostep or whatever?
Yeah, but it was still in the main league. It's just.
Did you guys see Fenerbahce's 3-0 comeback against Rennes yesterday?
No.
Hey, Europa League. That's where the real.
No, because we're not a football nerd like you.
Hey, shut up, Surfer. Fuck
you. Shut up.
Fuck you. I can't believe this. But nah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. But so we play at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Yep.
Lewis, you going?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Is that a nice ground? Because it looks nice.
Yeah,
it is
Brighton's a good ground, and they leave the fucking bars open after the game as well. So yeah, it's a nice ground.
Most people, the most like towns not do that.
Nah,
I can't lie. The worst. I don't know about you, but like the worst bit about the Brighton away day is just getting to the stadium is a bitch.
Yeah.
But apart from that, like the stadium's really nice.
Try to find parking in Brighton. Good luck with that.
Oh yeah, no, it's the best experience I had like going to Brighton was when I had Next. It was a Brighton fan, and that's because they were a Brighton season ticket holder, so we could park in the car park next to the stadium. Like that was the only apart from that, like you either have to get a train, which is always packed, or you have to like get a bus in. Like you have to park in a field effectively and just get like some bus up to the stadium.
That's the thing, like with your guys' sports over there, because for us, stadiums are all unnecessarily like large, and there's way like pretty much 90% of the ground that a stadium is built on is allocated for like parking.
Exactly.
So that's never really a problem. Like the idea of having to take a bus to the ground and like football stadiums only taking up one city block.
We have a season tickets for college football. It comes with a parking space.
Yeah, they have 100,000 seater stadium. It's probably like a 20.
We have 100,000 stadium, and the 12,000 town.
Yeah,
population.
But even the college stadiums are massive, aren't they? The big college stadiums.
That's what I'm talking about. The town where I live is
it's ridiculous, man. It's like I've seen college stadiums like there's 90,000, 100,000 people in there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I'm sure it'll be fun, Lewis. Hopefully it doesn't rain, but you know it's the UK, so probably will.
I don't even know what the weather's gonna be like, but we'll be fine. Won't be too bad. But yeah, just as long as we get 3 points, I'll be cool with it.
Go AM. Did you see me or something? How do you know?
Fuck you know. Right, we're gonna wrap up the stream anyway. We've been going for 2.5 hours. It's been another good live stream. We'll be back tomorrow evening.
It's funny that you
We're
think
not
that I
doing the
live in
Sunday
Charlotte,
stream.
Thomas.
We'll be streaming later. We'll be streaming a couple of hours after the game, probably like 9 or 10ish. And yeah, we'll be doing the review on Saturday night. So keep an eye out for it. Big up everyone that's locked in. Like.